Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Ragashanti life. Ragashanti life. Ragashanti life. Ragashanti life.
Check. Oh, hold on. Oh, this thing I never. President, think he started or something here. Eh? Oh, dude, I thought you started it. Yo, all massive and crew, big up on yourself, you know, everything is everything, you know. They are jugglings and sitting and, you know, guanings and I come in at the place a while ago, and my phone get busy. I be a mix up around the place out there, you know. Okay. Alright, them something I have to go deal with them after. And see what is what. You see me? Once a good night to you people, blessings and respect and massive and thing, large upon yourself. You know, don't know. A Ragashanti live in your ears right, yes or no, with me, Mr. Wash Belly, alright? It's all about a little entertainment flavor and sitting and is this thing okay? I think it is, yeah. I think it is good to go. All right, checking back, big up yourself and thing, large up. Yo, people, large up on yourself, you know, everything is everything, you know, big up on yourself and thing. All kind of something that go on down at Jamaica, them say, D-man take over some picnic at the high school, at Oberling High School, all kind of drama go on with that down there and thing. One piece of pricky, people. One hell of a pricky. Them said D-man take over the picnic them in a Oberlin High School what there. Some get it, some dashy. Some get it, some dashy. So what I hear is that the principal, I hear say one of the teacher them go tell the principal say something along the lines, right? I don't know definitively. I just tell her what me hear. I guess one of the teacher them go tell the principal say, I don't know, like she must get some sort of message to get to the student them. Right? And I guess this teacher was known as somebody who, to use the Christian term, as having the anointed, right? As having the anointed and thing. And I guess based on language that the principal used in her explanation in a letter that is allegedly sent to the regional director for the constituency that she's in. She was just saying that the teacher asked her to do this, for send a message, for give the student them the message in devotion. And apparently the principal allowed her to do so. We don't know what that is, but all we know is that it is something along the level of something biblical, something religious in nature, and thing. Whatever she said to the student them, or whatever she kick off them, word out a road that it was something churchify, right? It was something churchify. And it stir up the picnic them it stir up like one or two first in a way where the closest thing we can get to it is like getting a spirit. Right? So remember now, people, in New York, listen me now. It is very common for us to have devotion before school when we are go to school when we're young and thing, and it's still going down there. This is a custom that was brought down from Britain. From Britain. Now, the reason why them they do it, is to kind of keep us in a kind of supplicant kind of space, and them they weaponize religion and all these things and whatever, and kind of indoctrinate us to not be militant against them and whatever. So they weaponize Christianity to essentially keep slaves, our ancestors, to keep us, under a particular interpretation of God that essentially conditioned many of our ancestors to not want to rebel and take them over and whatever. Because, we outnumbered them significantly, so they had to come up with all sorts of psychological mechanisms that serve to keep us in a particular space where our ancestors would not, fully appreciate their advantage in numbers and thing and whatever. The whole brainwashing thing. But anyway, that the church over the years, have evolved, where, black peoples have had different interpretations of what, the slave masters back in the day advocated and indeed have used the church in many ways, to challenge that, to challenge chattel slavery and thing, right? Most renowned in this capacity, we could argue, is one of our national heroes, one Paul Bogle, who was a Baptist minister. And his interpretation and understanding of the Bible and Christianity was such that slavery was categorically wrong. He argued and whatever, and was quite rebellious, not only in utterances but in action also. And of course, them hang him, kill him. But anyway, so that is a context in which devotion was established in Jamaica and is practiced up till now. But again, our school system, a lot of our schools, less so in the latter years with the Marcus Garvey High and them type of school and thing. Unfortunately, there was a status ascribed to it. The schools that were celebrated and the schools that were given prominence and ratings in Jamaica were the schools that were aligned to European churches. So all of the schools that were referred to as traditional high school, meaning those were better than back in the day we used to have what we call secondary school, and we did have also what you call like St. Andrew Technical, stats and them school, a technical school that was trade focus and them something, the skills focus and them thing. Now, the secondary school phenomenon, it wasn't secondary in it them come second to some other entity. It was secondary in that it followed primary. So, when we got the little school, it didn't name, because we used to go basic school and then sitting there and whatever. But then we went into primary school. Now, primary in that sense, it just meant first. It wasn't really first, but it was like first in like that formal educational system. So the idea is that you first have to go to primary school, then after primary school, you go secondary school. But what happened was that society evolved in such a way that high school was rated over secondary school. Many of you, a lot of you listen to me, probably too young to understand what I'm talking about, because, after decades and centuries of that system, basically, they had eliminated secondary school and called all secondary school high school, so it was all high school. But there was a status there. And what was interesting was that the secondary schools did not have devotion as much, as the high school. So the top-rated school, the one that were regarded as the best high schools, it was just standard protocol for us to have devotion. But there were other schools that did not have devotion. Some of them that, in the secondary school that never have devotion. But the high schools were the ones that were aligned to denominations of Christianity. So I went to Calabar High. That was aligned with the Baptist Church. European Baptist Church. Right? Who got Alpha, they were aligned to the Catholic Church. Right? St. Hugh's, Holy Childhood, St. Andrew High, those, as the names indicate, they were aligned to really Immaculate Conception. If you ask why I go on this one. KC, back in the day, KC and Calaway get enough, but back in the day, the elites, the school that the elites went to, was really George's, George's was the elite of the elite. And even JC, Jamaica College, was held in high regard and whatever. But in all these top high school and whatever, devotion was standard fare right there. Devotion was a thing. The point I'm making is it have a historical precedent to it, a historical context to it, and it also has that's deeply entrenched, and it's also aligned with a form of elitism, who the creme de la creme, the top of the top, right? And part of how they were branded and the rituals that aligned with, the creme de la creme was part of that, their institutionalization in our educational system. Like devotion was a thing, was that, it was one of the things that set them apart, I guess, from the undesirables or the others who were not as civilized as whatever. I'm just giving you the context in which devotion was celebrated, institutionalized, entrenched, and actively practiced and delivered in such a way that it became a part of our identities. When I was growing up, I couldn't even imagine going to school without having devotion. It was just unheard of because your band come in and thing. So devotion is a thing in Jamaica. It's a thing and it's a big thing in Jamaica. So devotion is a time when, where some acknowledgement to God take place. And it was a time where some sort of moral order was established. And it was a values training time. So it's like before you go learn maths, English, and social studies and whatever, ground yourself in God and devotion first and whatever, to start your day. I'm saying all of this for you to appreciate how important devotion has been in our Jamaican educational system. So it was in this context that this woman went to the principal and said she wanted to talk to the students. I just want you to know that this is not like a normal thing. This is a big deal for the principal to let this teacher go and talk, in devotion to all the students. Now, whatever the teacher go and talk and go say, it rile up a student them, because as some get to some dashes, so this is allegations. So allegations are that this woman now is grounded in theology. She understand, they use the term, Church of God, Pentecostal people and them people, them say the person of the anointed. That means that they were granted with certain gifts from God, directly from God. When you hear the church people them say, that person of the anointed, and no normal Christian that the Christian, they have some proper power, some good up power where God give them. Them can see things, understand things. They are a conduit from the Lord to the rest of the nation. And they get special messages. When you have the anointed, God speaks to you, through you, in ways where He don't speak to other people according to the church. So this woman is supposedly have the anointed, and so now she got speak to them now. Because God tell her something if you tell the people them, and they pick them, and the principal say yeah, and the woman go do what she do, and he rile them up to the point where allegedly 250 to 300 students became possessed by the spirit where this church woman going at the school with. Now, Again, devotion now, they hear the historical context of devotion. It's a positive thing. It's a God thing. It's a Christian thing. And by the way, those of you who listen to me and free up today, bear with me. There's some redundancy here, but remember now, I'm on the Bridge 99 FM. I'm on the first hour, I'm on IrieJam radio, so I'm speaking to New York City like with me just talk to them about it. So only hear me already, so just go and juggle. There's some, and me add some things, obviously. But anyway, so this lady, whatever she go with no thing or whatever, it was delivered, with the methods of, again, she being of the anointed, which implies she's from one of the denomination of Christianity that refer to that, which is usually the praise and worship revival type of thing and whatever and so forth, the getting a spirit thing. She supposedly, allegedly, communicated that style to them. We don't know what has been going on in this school. We just know what broke out. But who knows if this type of element was always manifested in their devotions. I don't know. Whatever it was, there was some, it looked like the students were predisposed to it. Who knows if they were already being socialized into this type of religious space in school, and what we just heard is actually just a culmination of that. We don't know if such is the case, right? That might be, because it may not be just a one-off thing, It may be, we just are here about one big shebang we got on, but who knows what has been going on all this time at the school, given that the principal sanctioned this, and the principal said, this teacher is of the anointed, so there is some sort of hybridization there going on. There's some sort of intersection between church and school going on there, where the church element became so strong and whatever, within the context of this woman having the anointed and whatever religious order that she's grounded in, and the pit in them getting her spirit, and whatever that getting her spirit was, it became infectious and it spread, and allegedly it spread to hundreds of students. Now, the getting her spirit is the pit in them fling down themselves, them ball out, whoa, and I mean the spirit and whatever, and this and that and ray. At some point in all of them getting at the spirit, the interpretation of what was happening to them switched to the opposite. So it started out as a God thing in school with young, impressionable high school students. It started out as a positive thing. Whatever message this lady brought and whatever, I am sure it was intended to be good. But when the impact of what she delivered became manifest in hundreds of high school students, 98% of them girls, mostly girls, for whatever reason, I don't know, I fling themselves and I screamed on possess and whatever this. That must have been frightening, people. Can you imagine that? Hundreds of students just like, a scream and up on the ground, and people, there has to be an explanation what led up to that. It's not just a one-off thing. That is a culmination of some processes that have been in place all along, and it just like, just kind of reached the hilt, But when them see hundreds of students on the ground now, a ball out and thing, some sort of panic set in place. Something happened, and they then reinterpreted what was going on to say that the students became possessed by demons. And that became the viral interpretation that went all over. That hundreds of students at Oberlin High School in rural St. Andrew, Jamaica, became possessed by hundreds of demons. And I that them to a all boat. And nowadays everything is on video. So we had the videos and you see them and the poor student them and whatever. Now, this thing has caused some concern, and we have seen where the Ministry of Education in Jamaica has responded accordingly. And essentially, I see some coded language in there for those of you who are cognizant of official speak when these matters come about. And you can see some things being telegraphed in that which is disseminated through press conferences and so forth. And the sense I'm getting from what the Ministry of Education has put out is that they're of some concern about what exactly happened at the devotion. And they have implemented language along the lines of we have initiated a discussion to see what went on in the devotion, and the tenor of that language is like there may have been some actions taken that were inappropriate for school. And that is what led to, this incident that must be of significant concern to parents and all the other stakeholders associated with the children. Because not only should we be concerned about the hundreds of students who supposedly became in the spirit and getting a spirit to the point where it was so frightening for so many that they said this has to be demons. All because of something that the principal and a teacher initiated, ostensibly with good intentions. But the result was a cause for concern. So what we're hearing now is that the Ministry of Education is going to check out what did I go on in a devotion. And I'm submitting to you that I don't think this is a one-off thing. There's something, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that has been going on there for a while. And it's going to raise a question now. What is appropriate in school when it comes to religion and what people think about God and whatever, and what is appropriate and what is not appropriate? Did the principal and the teacher did anything wrong? Were there safety issues, or it was much ado about nothing? How do the parents feel? How do the other children feel? We should be concerned about the alleged 200 to 300 students who who got whatever possessed by either angels or demons to the point where they're writhing on the ground and things. Some supposedly were in great pain and hurt. Others were just screaming and whatever happened. Was it appropriate for them to do that? Did some sort of convergence between education and religiosity, theology, the church, occur? Should there have been some sort of demarcations there? Like, what is the role of devotion? How far can the practitioners in the of school, how far should they go with devotion? What parameters can be established in that regard? Should there be some boundaries? Is it appropriate for turning school into church? There are going to be people who say, listen, see what going on in Jamaica, you're right, The people them need more God in them and things like that and whatever. So I'm sure there's going to be some people advocating some sort of justification for what occurred. But how do you manage something like this? Were you in some sort of executive position where you have to establish policy to regulate this form of conduct so as to make every effort to prevent its reoccurrence? What would you put in place to make sure I said the people them not getting a spirit again in the Jamaican high school and a carry on and all them sitting there, whatever? How you da manage this? And of course, as usual, I I'm just being a provocateur here, but I've raised numerous questions. And again, some people have misunderstood my questions, but my questions are just basically aimed to challenge some of the long-held practices that we have as Jamaicans. As soon as we don't understand something, we assume that it can only be a negative reason that is going on right there. So even if the kids were getting in spirit and so forth and things like that, as somebody myself who grew up in what we in Jamaica call lively churches, right? I grew up in a revival church. I went to East Queen Street Baptist Church for pretty much all my childhood life coming up and things for many, many years. But I also went to revival church because my mother was a church woman. So I grew up in a Christian home. And I go to lively churches. So I was a regular person in churches like Pentecostal church, revival churches and whatever. People, when you're in these church and church nice, it's quite normal for people be singing and going and people up on the ground and scream out and all them something. That is quite normal and things. So why people assume it's something negative the students were going into. And again, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm just saying that there are different layers for us to understand this thing. So for those of you who immediately assume that, no, if so many students are on the ground in the spirit, it has to be demonic, I am challenging that propensity on your part to always think that if something unusual happened, then it must be negative. If something unusual occurs, then it must be negative. Such is not the case. It's not necessarily negative. And at the same time, I'm also wondering if people are getting a spirit, why almost all the students who were in the spirit, out of the hundreds of them, pretty much all of them were young girls. Why is that? Why the spirit did only like the girls them? What was going on there? And if his spirit did involve Jamaican, I'm again, I take the side. I'm just looking at different. If his spirit did involve, why would I always think a spirit have to be bad? Good spirit not there too. And why would I always have these religious explanations for phenomena? Why would I can't entertain alternate explanations? Indeed, it may be necessary to entertain alternate explanation in order to really understand what occurred here in order to prevent its reoccurrence. May I comprehend, right? Why don't I always think it's something to do with, like, again, free up people and other people, whatever, I want to bear with me, because I hear all of it. Right? Why don't I love blame Satan and demon for everything that happened and whatever, instead of taking responsibility for the choices that you make and that you see other people make? And to hold them accountable, when the choices that they make weren't exactly the best ones. Why don't I love blame God for everything? In a sense, when we say for everything, in the sense that, well, when we put it another way, again, what Ninja Man infamously said, Jamaicans have a serious problem because as soon as them do something bad, them blame Satan. And Jamaicans say, every time, the Ninja Man said, every time Jamaican do something bad, the devil said, watch out, I bet you me, them I go blame again. And it's true. So Satan as a personification, well, as a spiritification, I coined that word, of being bad, along the same line as dopey, demons, bad spirit, whatever I want to call it. Why would I love blame people for that? Why it can't be that, well, the teacher made a mistake here. The principal made a mistake here. The teacher and the principal made an operational and a managerial mistake here that led to some consequences that, that weren't too pleasant, and we need to just give them a little talking to about it to ensure that that doesn't reoccur and that it doesn't happen in other schools. Why it can't be something like that? Right? Why every time something go bad, Jamaicans now found a Satan strong? You see how the devil strong? Why would I blame the devil when I need for blame on yourself? When I love blame Satan for things I need for blame, and I blame demon for this and that and whatever this and that. Listen to me, some people just wicked and have nothing for do with demon. Some people just wicked in pursuit of their self-interest. Accept that. Because once you accept that, you're more likely to make the necessary steps. For example, to remove yourself from a toxic situation than to just sit on your knee and stay night and pray, but you stay night and think because you're just caught up in this, God and the devil paradigm, the angel and spirit paradigm, that you absolve yourself of any responsibility to, for hold yourself accountable or hold others accountable when bad things happen and say, no, those were not good choices, or I did not, make some good choices there, and I'm going to hold myself accountable because I am wrong. I am wrong. I made some bad choices. I am wrong, and I'm going to change them. I start blaming the devil and I blame Satan and all these things and whatever. And finally, let me just give you an anecdotal instance of where these things they get awry. A-W-R-Y. Again, there was an incident that occurred in Bull Bay years and years and years ago, where some gunman go to kill off an entire family. A father, a mother, either the father or the mother. One of them, I don't remember which one. Is either the father, mother, or whatever. And a child. Right, so the father and the mother have a child, and one of them mother they dead. So 4 of them, the grandmother, the father, the mother, and the child. And the gunman and going to kill the whole family. And when the gunman goes to boom and kill the father, shot the father, kill the father. Because the grandmother tell you this after, and goes to boom and shot the mother and kill the mother and thing. And then the gunman go over the baby and goes to shoot the baby and either the grandmother and the gun stick. And the gunman try to kill the grandmother, but the grandmother says she squeezed the baby and the gun stick. And the gunman supposedly made some comment that you're lucky and left. So I am watching this, because this was, it was publicized and televised. And the grandmother said, is God save she and the baby? Is God save she and the baby? And then people say, watch God at work, and God make the gun stuck, and all these things, and God make the gun stuck, and whatever. So, of course, this raises a question then. Why God never make the gun did stuck for the mother and the father? Of course, you are Jamaican saying, well, the mother and the father must be involved in something, man. Some of them did involved in some evil. That's why God never saved them. People don't need to stop them something. Don't do that. Don't do that. You make God look stupid, and God can't be stupid. Them never know nothing about what the mother and the father do. But just because them have this thing where it's God or the devil, so you ascribe the good outcome to God. So, Satan must involve in the other one. That's why God did allow that one day and thing. God not stay so. God can't stay so. God can't just sit down and enjoy innocent people are dead. Only if you stop use them type of construction if you explain everything. In this instance, thank we star said the gun never work and whatever. And never God make the mother and the pooper dead. God no wicked so. And then now, once you start think them ways, now you're more disposed now to take some steps, to prevent a reoccurrence of that, or something to defend yourself, or to put some security measures in place to protect your family and them something there. As opposed to think, say, your goal right now is to keep out the devil and praise God. That's all you need for doing in order to protect yourself. I'm telling you, the people who do well in this world, the people who are successful and living successful lives and do these things in this world, they do not live their lives lockstep in that simplistic paradigm of good and bad, based on religiosity. Them not do that. The same people them who not admire out there who live big life and all them something there. Them not do them some of them. Anyway, we're going to look a break and we're going to forward. Okay, so far.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Again, to all of the people who listen to Burn Free Up today and heard some of my commentary on that matter before, I just appreciate your patience and your latitude. And remember that right now, that was the reason why I went over it was because I'm on IrieJam Radio right now in New York City. In the next hour, we'll be connecting with the Bridge 99 FM in Jamaica. And we'll be simulcasting, but right now it's just solely IrieJam Radio going out in New York City. People in the ear that one here. A man and him wife, drive over to him mother house. While him going for him mother, the wife come out at the passenger side at the front of the car. And when she come out, the mother come out. Something did wrong with the wife's shoes, slippers. And the wife lick the slippers on the side of the car for get the thing, whatever it is with the slippers, with the on the slippers where she want come on. So she lick the slippers. So remember now, she there at the front of the car, the passenger side. She open the passenger side door. So she's still there right in front of where you're going for going at the passenger side. She just lick her slippers on the side of the car. The mother walk around the car and go sit down in her front. So when the mother sit down in her front now, boss say him look over and him she say mother sit down at the front and him wife look down and say mother say. So the wife look up now upon boss because the wife and the mother don't really take tea, So she look over upon her husband now like, what's up? Your mother go sit down on my seat. So at that point now, boss say, mommy, and call the wife name whose name will not be mentioned, her name will remain unmentioned. So him call the wife name and say, no, son, mommy, so and so, this, I'm not she sit down at the seat. And thing, so sit down at the back, no? So call the wife no say nothing, call the wife no want to pass. All right, so the mother now in turn say, oh, she did a sit down here, so. Oh, me never. Okay, well, she can't sit down in the back. So, boss, she said, the wife look at him now like, seriously? You need to do something about this guy, The wife sassy doing it, but she don't want to disrespect her mother-in-law. She don't want to disrespect her husband because the tension there for a long time. So she look over upon the husband again and the husband now say, mommy, she did not sit on the man. Just sit on at the back, no? The mother say, but anytime I drive with you, I always drive in the front. The husband, the son say, mommy, come on. That was when me and you alone I drive. That is only when me and you alone I drive. Like the other times when calling wife name and say when she did there, she was always in the front. You know that. Just don't be difficult. Just go into the back seat now. So the mother said, but I don't see what the big deal. So if me already sit down here, so now, why she can't just go in at the back? So boss, said the wife give him a look like, that's not going to, the wife, not say nothing, but she give him a look like, that's not going to happen. So him said, mommy, just go in at the back no man and help me out and whatever. So the mother said, she not move. The wife stand up there in silence. Nobody now move. The wife walk away, him come round and him attack to him mother now. And him tell him mother, say, mommy, I make this difficult for me and whatever, and you always have put me in another spot here and whatever. So the mother said, I don't see what's a big deal. Why she can't just go in at the back since me already a sit down here, son, whatever. But he must say, but mommy and she did there, son. She just said, but this is me and your mother and this and that and ray. And he must say, no, you always have make it about that something there and whatever, and ray. This and that and whatever. So when him and his mother they talk now, the mother go say something along the lines of, listen this now, the mother go say something like, something whatever, but go refer to the wife as, yeah, put careless woman, something another careless woman before your mother, and whatever, and this and that, and ray. Him now, him say him just snap back and say something along the line. Him say him tell him mother, something about if I careless, you did careless with daddy when daddy do so and so to you or whatever. With some other detail I'm not going. But him basically just snap back with something. The man I don't know do nothing more than get up and shot him a box. One box in his face. And him just stand up and freeze. And the mother walk and go back in at the house, and him go in at the car, and the wife come in at the car and whatever. Him say after that him wife did feel bad and thing and whatever, but the wife I explained to him say, no, is that your mother always a set up these things where like say me and her in a competition. Me and her in a competition. And the wife say she wouldn't have any problem go sit on the back seat if the mother did cool about it, but that the mother did kind of just flex out in a way like she deliberately set out for disrespect the wife. And so the wife I say, you know, when things like that happen, I don't expect you to be rude to your mother or whatever, but me I value too, so I expect you to defend me. Because you know, apparently, you know, the wife a bad girl, you know, man. The wife not take no chat from people, you know, but the wife just keep her mouth because she don't want to disrespect her husband, mother. And it look like the mother I take fear kindness for weakness. And things. So the wife I said, no, I don't have no problem for sitting on the back seat and wait, but your mother go on about it like she want diss me. And things. So the husband say, he might tell him wife, say, you did nothing wrong. You never do nothing wrong, so don't feel bad about it and thing. But the wife I said, boy, I'm just sorry. Said end up when, you know, she go box you and all them something there, whatever. And him, you know, and female attitude is, well, my mother can't do that, you know, and I'm going to just lower her out right now and all these things and whatever. Why? This eternal mother-in-law issue when it comes to sons. I find it intriguing that you don't have the same thing happening on the other side with fathers and daughters, you know. I find that very, very interesting. You know, you have them problems in general and whatever, but it's not a thing to, you know, about the terrible father-in-law with respect to the dad. Like, even when them things they come up with fathers, you know, them just very protective of them daughter, and if any little abuse are going, them will jump in. But fathers don't get involved in the day-to-day issues and get jealous about this and that and all them, something there, whatever. Anytime, yeah, in all my years of hearing of these things, it's always the mother-in-law in reference to her son. You hear these, I could be wrong, but just I telling you what me hear, so I know some of them may come for me. I could be wrong, but these little parent-in-law issues, you know, to the point where movies are made about it and things. You know, there's a movie called Monster-in-Law. I mean, they end up nice. The movie end up nice, but it's in reference to the mother. You don't really hear. It's not really a big thing with father. You don't hear like this father-in-law toxic syndrome and it's just usually with the mother, and it's very often with the mother and her son. It's generally not with the mother and her daughter, you know. Again, you know, you have issues all across the board with a mother, father, daughter, son. But me just I say the one that is prominent and that is constantly problematic is mothers who, for whatever reason, can be, well, unreasonably intrusive in their sons' affairs. And let's be fair to some of the sons who are themselves too beholden to their mother and are not as manly and masculine as they should be in terms of balancing the priorities between their partner, in this instance, them, you know, them woman or them wife, and their mother. That being said, if it was my mother, I may think the mother wrong too. But if it was my mother, would I take it back to? That's one of them things the people or whatever. The mother got way too far. She out of her. I'm back to grown man. And you know, she out of her. The man is 38. The man is 38 years old. A big man. right? And a young boy, and him something, that big grown man, 38, and thing and whatever, and go firebox in a man face, so, and thing and whatever. And well, and let's give thanks, because him have a wife who, you know, she understanding of it. Because you have some woman, you know, them not take no chat and believe, you know, and take a thing on a certain level and believe, so the man for flex certain way with the mother, right, you know. But the wife was not only understanding and thing, but she was sensitive and compassionate with respect to, you know, the outcome and some of the dynamics involved. And she was most sympathetic and understanding and concerned about what her husband was going through and things like that. So give thanks to the wife and things there. So, but me know say somehow to me I say, yo, the wife should have just lower her man. The mother is 62. Right? The mother is 62. Me not think the wife not do nothing wrong. The wife never cuss her or nothing. The wife never do nothing wrong. The wife hold it and allow the man to deal with it and thing. So she never do nothing wrong, and she just kind of passively defend her thing because she no punk either. All right, give me a call, President. Give me that call and make we see what I go on. Hello. Even though we have to go break in like 2 minutes. Hello, good night. Hello. Oh, 888-546-8742 from New York. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. Oh, I say big respect to everybody over Yard Style Restaurant in Brooklyn, the 105 on Flatlands. Yard Style Restaurant, 105 on Flatlands. Big up on yourself over there. Over there, so. Large up on yourself, Yard Style Restaurant. And big up my little linky them at Springfield Restaurant. We have to take up. Give me the call, make we see if the person can. President, bring in a call, make we see if the person can. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Raga?
How is Mr. Never Wrong?
Yeah. The mother rang for window.
Mr. Never Wrong, you can't stay online because we have to take a break for like 3 minutes. All right?
Yeah.
All right. President, keep Mr. Never Wrong there because we have to take a break for 3 minutes. Mr. Never Wrong kick it off by saying the mother wrong. So we are going to see where this discussion traverse when we return, right? So just stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be connected with the Bridge 99 in Jamaica, and it will be a simulcast, within that hour from what would be 11 to 12 and thing, all right? And just stay tuned. We'll soon forward. You're in tune. IrieJam Radio, Ragashanti live and thing. Miss Cherry Washbella, right? Yes, sir, as usual. A native son from Jamaica. Rap. So we think said. How we say entertainment, how we say laugh, learn, and grow. Bad something down. Soon forward. Give her 3 minutes. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. And welcome back up in anything, people. And with us, welcome with Jamaican listeners right here now on the Bridge 99 FM, who just lock in and thing within this hour, so it's a simulcast. Now, I want to remind you to our listeners in Jamaica that the way the things set up right now until Jamaica and the U.S. are on the same time, that on Fridays the show commences an hour before you're hearing us right now. So, Mr. Never rang up on the phone and he's going to respond to a matter that was raised in the initial hour. The time going, I think about next week the time I change President or something. About the 6th. Prezi. About the 6th the time I change where Jamaica and US are going to on the same time. And next weekend. So we have one more Friday of the disjointed 1 hour behind, 1 hour ahead type of thing, and then we'll be on the same time thereafter. In the meantime, Mr. Never Wrong, what you saying now?
No, I said the mother rang for window.
Why the mother wrong?
Yeah?
How the mother wrong?
Well, number one, when I back of the car, and why have to come out and want to go in the front?
No, Mr. Neverand. Mr. Neverand, the mother wasn't in the back of the car, yeah? The mother was inside the house. But when the mother came out, the wife had stepped out come out of her seat a little bit and did a dust off her slippers and thing, and then the mother just was right in the wife's seat. So, but she was in the house. She wasn't in the back of the car.
Oh, he was in the. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even that too. Even when the blood survived, the wife is there. So why couldn't go in the back of the car? Go sit down. The mother ran.
Yeah.
And again too. So what you say? The mother not too in the daughter-in-law.
No. The husband said that. Him said the mother not too like the daughter-in-law. Right.
Yes, but why not like him? Why do? That's so most mother-in-law still.
No, so what she do? What did that? Yeah, what is that?
You know me talk. You know me.
No, but me just remember say people are listening, you know, and worse the people in Jamaica who are here, you know, them never hear about the mix-up from the first hour, so we don't want them confused, you know. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
Mostly mother-in-law are what they do.
Most mother-in-law are that them do?
Yes, so is what they do. Yes.
You sure you want to say most? You want to say? You sure you want to say that?
Eh?
You think you sure you want to say most? That is what most mother-in-law do. You sure that?
Yes, when they don't like you.
Oh, okay.
And even this, not the mother-in-law them alone. The father-in-law too. When they know why you not in family, you don't want in that day. It happen like that, Miss Ragashanti.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
You have to, Ragashanti, you have to face reality now.
What you mean?
Hold on. Let me explain something. No look power past 1 million years ago or 10 years ago.
Okay.
Look power in and middle now.
Okay.
What you're the senior and middle every day.
Okay.
And that you think about. Because you see it every day in your life. Every day in your life you see it. So no straight. We have to face reality now.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we do.
Okay. So
we have to do no bypass reality because see that in your eye every day and in your face every day. So we can't disguise it.
Okay, all right. So you think the sun should angle it? How the sun should angle it then?
The sun angle it the right time, and what the sun said to him, no, make him back in sun. You have to listen to the conversation. Good. Do I say something? Well, like I mind do it in can't do nothing still. But
no, what happened when time the son was insisting that the mother get up out of him wife's seat? Basically the mother made a comment that was insulting to the son's wife. The son hold on. The son did snap back to his mother about something to do with fear husband. Oh, by the way, fear husband is deceased, you know, so the mother husband dead. So the son snapped back about something, you know. So basically, she dissed the son wife, and the son dissed his mother, and the mother get vexed and shot him a box.
Well, this like as we say, I want to say to him, make him box him. Well, forget about that. When I go for that, the mother know him wrong, and as we say, I repeat one more time, and I repeat again. You are some mother-in-law, no, like with district and that, and some mother mess up son wife and mess up daughter husband.
Oh, okay.
Right. Some mother is like that.
So hold on. So when it reach a point where he might ask him, when he might tell him mother say, Mommy, say the son wife named Sandra. So he must say, Mommy, but Sandra did I sit down here, so she was sitting down here, she just get up out to go knock off the dirt off her slippers and thing, and you go in at the seat. You can't just go in at the back. So when he must say, Mommy, you can't go in at the back, and she has say, well, since me I sit down here already, make she go in at the back. Is there one of those options that you think is more reasonable? Who you think should have moved? You think the mother should have gone in at the back, or the wife should have gone in at the back? Or the mother for going at the back?
The mother going at the back.
The mother going
at the back.
But the mother would say, but I'm already sitting here, I already know she didn't have the seat, but since me I sit down here.
The mother, Raga, the mother, It's like, oh, you talk, the mother come definitely make trouble within that and that.
Well, I think so too, you know. I think, yes, I think so too. No.
So.
Hold on, no. The son said that as much, you know. The son said that, you know. The son said that. The son said, yeah, his mother snip at him wife all the while. And the daughter say she wouldn't have no problem of going at the back seat with the mother. But she say the mother always try to do them look at something that they disrespect her.
Yeah, but and the son wrong too. Although his mother, he should never they take him and his wife no way like that. He already know that.
What you mean?
What I'm saying, he already know his mother. When he see his wife, he always try to come with some farmer, bring up some foolish stuff, bring a conversation. He already know, so what he do anyway in the carrying wife go, he don't bring him. Anyway, they bring him go, he don't bring his wife.
Mr. So never wrong. I want to tell you, Prezi just laugh when you say that, you know, but you know, say I agree with you, Mr. Never wrong. Like
no, you don't have to agree with me.
No, hold on. Me agree with you. Allow me agree with you. Oh, so what I'm saying is, your point is that given that the son knows that the mother don't know like him wife already, right? Him should have just avoid any instance where the two of them are going to end up being at the same, you know. If him go somewhere, I carry the two of them. No, well, you have a good point right there. You have a good point.
He already know. So he's like in a choke gas.
No, you can't go so far. You can't go so far and say mature gas panic. But may I agree with you when you say perhaps those are situations that he should have avoided, you know, have him wife and him mother.
Yes, if you avoid something like that, don't build up, don't avoid something. You already know, and I say no, and the mother rang too.
Last question, Mr. Never Wrong. Now that so the mother box his son and the son take his box and thing, him do the right thing?
Yes, his son take the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, me not do it.
Yeah, me not take it back.
Me not do it.
Me not take it back.
Yeah, me not do it. Yeah,
me take it back. I'm a mother that wrong. Me not consider my mother wrong, but me I take it back. Me not, you know.
Yes, you know your mother wrong, but your mother already where you do.
Right.
Your mother already where you
do.
But
hold on. So me ask you something now. Let's be fair now. If it was a similar situation and it did the father and the father box you take it back on the father?
Yes. I'm a father. What am I do?
You know what is unfair? I'm not going to just keep it real with you and be honest, you know. I'm not lying, you know. I know it's unfair, you know, but I'm going to keep it real with you. If I was in that position and my father box me, I box him back, you know, Mr. Never Wrong.
No.
But me not box back my mother. But that is unfair. Why are we like that?
No.
Me a box him back. You're right. My father box me, I box him back. One me clap me, I box him back, Mr. Never Wrong. One boxing I nasty.
Are your father?
No, me a box him back.
Hold on. Say the respect you give to your man, you give it to your father. And say the respect you give to your father, you give it to the man too. It's so simple.
Well,
it's like a universal cycle, you know. The said respect you give to your man, you give to. Once you know that man is your father. Because remember, I am put food on the table here. Tell you can pitch out for yourself.
Well, mothers put food on table too.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's what I say good.
Okay. Yeah.
He said the said respect you give your mother.
Right.
You give your father. And he said respect you give your father. You give your mother too.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Never Wrong. I take on some other call.
Yeah? Let me tell you something if you don't know. No man, palm face at the hurt. Now go turn up. See a man hit him and not say nothing.
No, that now word. That now
go with no man at all.
No, well, some man will take it, but you and me not take it. All right, Mr. Never Wrong.
Me not do no man turn up hit my mother and me take it. No.
Okay.
And if me father fight me, my not do. Me tell me pastor don't hit me man. Me not go hit me pa. Me say don't hit me mother. That's it.
All right.
Don't hit me mother.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Never Wrong. Respect. Cool.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. So we see Jack post, you know, anytime my mother feels the strength to figure she could have boxed me, she will be put in a mental hospital because she must have gone RASS mad. But Jack, you never post and say if you'd have boxed her back, you know. that your response there is quite ambiguous. Yes, you should have gone to a mental hospital. We need to know if your mother backs you, if you're a box her back, particularly in that situation where a credible argument could be made that she was wrong. Right, and for the people in Jamaica now who are listening and know what go on and think, a man and his wife go pick up his mother. The mother not really like the wife for a long time. When him go in at the house, he go pick up the mother and I come out with her. The wife did get up out of the passenger seat at the front, open the door and I lick off her slippers against the door. The man I bring his mother in at the car. The man I don't know nothing about was right in at the front seat where the wife did in her and take his seat. And then don't want come out. The man asked his mother if he go at the back seat because his wife did already a ride on the front seat. The mother said, no. Anytime you come for me and we're going away, this is a seat I ride in. So the man said to his mother, but mommy, that is only when me and you are alone in the car, when I come here alone. So I come here now with, so the wife named Sandra. I come here now with Sandra and thing, and she was in the seat. So you're in a Sandra seat now, mommy, come. The mother said she now come out of the seat and thing. The wife, or all this time the wife who sassy and not take no chat and whatever and can defend herself. All this time, out of respect for the mother, she not do her say nothing. She just hold her corner and clutch out of respect for the mother. But at the same time, she never feel too pleased and she did not expect her husband to defend her and thing. And then, so the husband walk around now and attack to the mother who sit down in her car. And the wife walk away, kind of allow him. Okay, I deal with the mother, give them some privacy. While talking to the mother gonna make some sort of disrespectful comment to the husband where him put him so and so and use the word careless in reference to him wife. The husband now defend him wife and feel upset say him mother now is being unreasonable and I diss him wife. The husband now whap it back with her with something and talk about if I never careless, she did careless too, with something, in reference to when his mother husband was alive. Whatever him say, it at up the mother head, the mother rise and shot the husband a box. And then walk and go back in the house. And the husband hold the box, go in the car, him and his wife drive with. Give me the call, Prezi, 888-546-8742. Good night, caller, Wagwan. Hello?
Wagwan, man.
What you say?
Wagwan. Well, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Evening, boss, evening.
Evening, yeah.
That story that does climax that day, they still,
That what?
That story does climax that day.
What you mean?
In other words, there must have been situation before where it was a built up, where them know say, well, the mother don't like the wife.
Oh, well, you probably never heard that part there before, yes. But the mother don't, that's it. The mother don't like the wife.
Yeah, so that story does climax that day because I really get the feeling like the wife may be tired of being at the second position. And people have to realize that the love you have for your mother and her son is different than the love you have for your wife. So there should be no comparison. And unfortunately, you have people get jealous over it.
Well, when you say there should be no comparison, are you saying there should be no comparison from one of the parties or in general? No, I'm going to phrase the question another way. When you said that the love where mother and son have is different from that of a wife, are you, okay, what action you think either the mother or the wife should have taken?
The mother, okay, when me honestly feel like, as I said, that story that does climax that day.
Yeah, you said that, but what you think either the wife or the mother should have do?
The wife maybe just decide she not take the second position no more.
No, but you never answer the question. I'm saying, what you think the wife or the mother, should the wife have just gone in the back seat or should the mother get up and go in the back seat?
And that's why I'm answering the question. Maybe she decided that she's not taking the second position and she wants her husband to stand up for her. That's why she insists that she's not going to the back seat.
No, but sir,
Because as I
no,
said,
sir, that has hold on, that has been established, you know. I'm just saying, were there to be a resolution, well, yeah, you say she not do that and whatever, because that is exactly what occurred. The wife just basically a signal to the husband like, me nah go cuss your mother down, your mother, you know, but you need to defend me here, sir, you know, because your mother go too far. So I'm just saying, given your analysis of it, is there a one way you think one party should have gone? Either the wife should have just go in at the back seat and allow it, allow the mother son thing there, the mother miserable, or the mother is so unreasonable that it was understandable that the son insisted that she go in at the back seat.
The mother is so unreasonable. You feel like the mother is so unreasonable.
Okay.
Let me tell you the reason why I feel like the mother is so unreasonable.
Right.
Because when she make a comment about the man wife,
Yeah.
the son flip back a situation upon her.
Yeah.
You feel like she is so unreasonable because them have this thing about a for them son.
Or the mother them have these things about a for them son, don't?
Yeah. And them feel like say another woman come take them son.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Another woman come take them son and the next woman cannot take your son.
But some mothers feel that way they don't. Them feel overprotective of them son and them something they don't.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mother really should have gone in at the back seat then.
The mother, that's why I feel like that's where they just climax that day. It's just that the daughter decide, the wife decides say, hey, we're not going to go in at the back seat. So the son must have realized the mother attitude and decided to my backing wife.
Right. But I don't know if you did hear the first part, but what Tammy had also explained was that when they were driving away, the wife was just most concerned about what was happening. And what the wife explained was that she would not have any problem going in the back seat all the time if the mother did it. But she said it's because the mother is always snipping at her and doing these little things to disrespect her, where she feel like, say, you know, she must stand her ground in some way. And commendations to her, because she stand her ground in a way where she never cuss the mother or diss the mother or nothing, because she could have dip up under the mother and she never go there so. And thing, but she depend on the son now for like, yo, I'm not going to diss your mother, you know, but, you know, what, you know, you angle is because, like you say, the wife is like, no, your mother always a come for me. You know, them look neat, look disrespectful way that I don't like it. So you're right about that. Yeah.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, mothers need to realize that when a man having wife or a good woman in their life, it's always going to be your son. So the wife must have said, listen, no, I'm not going to go in the back seat because there must have been other situation where she feel like the mother have been little her and she depends on the son to back her. So that's why the son do what he do by saying, so when that did happen, Achilles did Achilles, and I've currently take the box. I think I take our 6-2.
No, me would have take your box. Me would have take your box. But last question. Hold on, last question. We'll come out with me and Mr. Never. And I'm just being honest. I was just being honest. And let me be clear again. It is unfair and unbalanced, but I'm just telling you the truth. Why is it that, and I'm sure there are other men out there who would agree with me, why is it that I would have taken the box from my mother, right? But were it the case and it was the father in that position and him back to me, I box him back. Why is that?
Listen, you know, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say to you why I feel like it's the case.
Yeah.
A mother can never deny a pitney, a father does. And there's always a connection to your mother that you don't really have that connection with your father, no matter what. And that's why I feel like at the end of the day, your mother nurse you as a child. So there's a strong connection right there that you don't experience that sort of connection with the father.
Okay.
But as Mr. Neverwrong said, still, you should have given him the same respect.
Right, give the father the same.
He might not get it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I have to respect him for that.
Well, that's true.
As I said, the fact that as nursing a baby, there's always a stronger bond most of the time with the mother and the baby. But the father don't have that. And that's why I feel like you would not put your hand on your mother, but if your father punch you, you may wake up back in the hospital or something like that.
Well, we now put him in the hospital, but him have to understand, him have to get a ears as to man. If him box me.
You may never know when you sing what happened.
All right. Okay, I can take some of that call and thing. All right, blessings, man. Respect for the meds. 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546. That's a toll-free number if you're calling from New York or anywhere in the United States. Anywhere in the United States. Oh, wow. New York is in the United States. Go figure that. Okay, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, or even from Canada. All right. Hello, good night. President, bring in the car. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Ragashanti.
Yes, good night. Yep.
Good night. First time caller.
All right.
So funny.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah.
Blessings. All right. So like you have two callers?
No, man, it's you have the thing playing in the background, darling. Just move away from it or turn it off, no, please.
You turn it off.
Yeah, because you're getting a delayed broadcast and you think you're two caller when you alone because you're listening. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So I think that the mother should have gone. She already in that front seat. The wife seems like, although she's a roughneck, she was all right with it, so she could have stood on that back. But I think the son should have spoken to the wife as well as his mother. And then it might have been a little more calmer because then they don't have to go to another level for him, get rude to her and then...
No, hold on. But spoken to the wife, why? What did the wife do there to warrant the son speaking to her?
No, because the mother not carry on so much. So after I'm done talking, mother now listen. And instead go over and say, honey, he say, we know our mama still. So, and she carry on or whatever. And then they established that as much as rough as wifey is, then it would have calmed the situation a little more.
I see what you're saying there, I see what you're saying, but in reference to the caller that preceded you, what has been happening here is that you have to understand, you as a woman can appreciate the most important thing for women in relationship is security, right?
Yes.
And not just security in terms of physical security, but security in, are you a reliable man? Are you dependable? Will you be there for me? Not just in terms of, material things or whatever. It's like, how much do you care for me? And think how much of a priority I am, right? So what I'm saying is what you have to appreciate in that situation was that, one, the wife deliberately did not protest or respond to the mother and in any way that, according to him, wife don't take SHIT from anybody, right? So it means then that the wife is deliberately containing herself, restraining herself out of respect for the relationship between son and mother. And even in doing that, though, by looking over to him and thinking away, she's appealing to her husband to say, give me some respect here. You have to, me can't get involved in this, so I need you to do something because this looked like it culminated at that point where she has said, I am so tired of this, what your mother keep on doing and disrespecting me. I need you to stand up for me right now. So what I'm saying, given that she had telegraphed that to the son, I don't think it would have gone over well if the son had gone to her and said, mommy's tea and whatever and Ray. She probably would have lose respect for him and things, but you can't even stand up for me and whatever. You know, defend me. You may come out and diss me.
I hear you too.
What you think about that?
I hear you. So, yeah, I hear you. Yes, I hear it. I hear it as well because that it looks so much more. Because he seems that he's so stronger as that, even as a man and a human being. And, you know, women in going stand up and because mama, we know mama stay.
Right.
And mama totally wrong. Mama ain't not look for war. Mama ain't not look for something.
Yes,
Mama
she
not
did a provoking thing for true. Yeah.
It's provoking. That's because mama should have never gone there front. But you think that maybe mama in things that she come out right front and go right back and let it see there?
No, because when it was told to me, you know, I asked, no, what happened, you know, just imagine you there in the front seat on the passenger side. And just imagine you open the door and you step out of the car, but you don't even go in front of the door, you know. You stick the door open and you there between the open door and the car to the seat, you know. And all you do, you lick your slippers on the side. So, mommy deliberately, mommy see she there, you know. Mommy knows she there at the seat, you know. And mommy deliberately just walk and jump in at the seat back her. Mommy know exactly what she did, though.
Raga, if you never clarify that clearly, we could even picture it.
Exactly.
Knowing that the mama warmonger. Mama warmonger because if they stand up there so, and still there, mama just squeeze in and just go sit on nice front.
Exactly. It's not even like said the wife didn't even walk her from the car. She's literally still standing right where she come out. You know, like you step out of the car, the door open and you're there the same way, and she does a lick her slippers. Totally. So imagine she bend over and lick her slippers now, and mama just goes so boom and walk around the wife bottom and squeeze in at the seat. Mommy know she did that do, man. Mommy did that.
Mommy know what she do. Mama did it long time. And mama now try to make it better.
So, last question before we take a break. What do you think? One, did the son deal with the mother the right way? And what you would recommend the son do from that instance forward?
He did the right thing, but yes, how about after the box?
Yeah, after the box and them something, what you think him to do?
Well, not more. He just say, all right, mama, come baby, or whatever her name is.
And just low it, yeah.
And go on with them. Low it. Because mama have the seed in her that worries for seed.
Right.
So
and
mama, maybe after all of that, the mama maybe can go on in her house and go check herself.
I think Mr. Never Wrong is on point there, though. I just think the husband now, just don't, engineer or condone any situation where the mother and the wife together. Well, definitely not in the same car. Just avoid that. That's
true. That's the truth, especially knowing this is how your mother is.
Yeah.
You know your mother is like this, though. Why, even but wife, you know this too. Why wifey go on over there eat out too?
Well, probably, yeah. But that's a point. If the wife knows, say, the mother always a snip at her, and the wife may say, no, me not go with you. You go pick up your mother, go on with your mother. Me not going. Well, we don't know the circumstances that led up to that happening, but the wife could have probably avoid that situation too. Anyway, thanks and thing for the meds here.
Thank you so much, Raga. You're amazing and funny.
Okay, thank you, darling. You take care, all right? Blessings and respect.
Amazing person.
Thank you. That is just so awfully sweet of you. You just made my night right there because you sound
you make my night.
You sound so sincere and honest with that endorsement just now, and I felt it, and I appreciate it. I'm very grateful.
Oh,
thank you.
Really, really, and true. I thought, hey, I tell my sister about Agamirin, and she knows about the word. And yet, tell her say.
Yeah, Dana from Pembroke boss that one day, years,
and
man.
Let me tell you, my friends, everyone know you, and how brilliant you are, and how raw you are, and how you can do what you're doing, and you make us laugh. And Raga, on that note, you have a blessed night, and keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. That was so sweet. Go me. Thank you. All right, take care here. Thanks a lot so much. Blessings and respect. Okay, people. You're welcome, darling. You take care. Blessings, man. Enough respect. Okay, people, going to take a little break right now. We'll be right back.
Decades of hits from the classics to current tracks. You'll find it all on the Bridge 99 FM, the station for everyone.
The Bridge. The Bridge 99 FM to the world.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Proper respect back in the juggling, people back in the juggling and thing. Once a big respect to all of the people and with them. Okay. With them events we are forward and all these things and thing. Do remember say Stretch and the International Star, them have them things Saturday, November 5th. Again, Act Your Age, a big year tier, something that hosted by none other than Conscience and thing, all right? That is next Saturday. Big up Stretch, big up International Star. You don't know IrieJam family thing that lock and seal everything proper indeed. Anyway, juggling down in the mix right now. Give me the first caller, President on. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
No.
Talk up the energy, please.
Good night, how are you?
I'm not hearing you, because you talk down in your throat and thing.
Good night, how are you?
Boy, I'm good enough, full of energy and vibes and thing, and you know, I have much to be thankful for. Big things are going for me.
Exactly, just like us all. But I have a little twist to this thing, Raga, because everything here is all about respect.
Okay, explain.
I think, right. So, first of all, the mother is totally wrong. Because when you understand is alone, yes, you're driving the front. But obviously the wife is there big, as Mada would say, big and so, right there. She's not blind.
Big and so.
The mother, I'm just saying, you know, the Jamaican term to say big and so. The wife is there, she's not blind.
Okay.
So obviously the mother-in-law must see the wife. She big and broad right there.
No, it was obviously aimed at the wife. The mother was definitely provoking the wife, right? You know.
Exactly. Right.
Hype upon the wife, you know.
Exactly. And I think parents should know their place. Your child or your children, they are grown. They are going to be making decisions for themselves,
right? And
they are going to be having their own life. No, when your son or your daughter move on, you need to give them that respect, that space. You don't need to be putting up yourself in everything. Whether or not you may agree with their choice, it is not your choice. It is their choice.
Right.
Even if you don't like the person, you need to understand yourself. You need to check yourself. If you see the wife there, obviously, another back she go driving, it has to be the front. So
wait, say that again. What was that?
If the wife is there, it's not the back she was driving in. It has to be the front.
If the wife is not there, right? Correct.
No, I'm saying if the wife is there, obviously she's not driving in the back.
Oh, the wife.
It has to be the front.
It has to be in the front.
Exactly. Unless something.
You can't imagine.
Happens.
Yeah, you can't imagine.
Something happens.
Yeah. Go on.
Right. Unless something happens where she's not feeling well, so she's just lying in the back. Just resting.
No. And he was very clear, in saying that, after the whole thing, that the wife was very clear in saying, listen, she would have no problem riding in the back all the time when the mother is there. She just don't like when the mother just go to her way for do these disrespectful things. Go back to the point where you was about it's about respect here. So the wife don't have no problem of driving in the back seat. She just not. The mother not like her, and the mother always do something for make some for this her or whatever. So she basically the wife will say, "Yo, you're my husband. You have to defend me. Come now, yeah, okay,
exactly.
Right.
So me need go in and a long talking. Cause from give him one look and him talk one time. Kid, come out of car, I will be taking major. I will just be walking around, take that key out of that car. If you have an appointment to go, nobody now move. The car now move till you move.
What you mean? You don't take the key out of the car and gone with it?
I will just take the key out of the car, and I will still not be saying anything. but obviously it would be shown that the car will not move.
no. I wouldn't advise you to
Rather.
do that. Where you take out the key out of the car for?
Because the car now move if you now move, but me not tell you that.
No, I understand that, but no, you'd have gone too far, right? I think the wife deal with it because the wife because him wife not take no chat from nobody, but she keep her mouth right there. So the wife has sure respect. No, but why you gonna take key out of car for right this and thing? I know you wanna. I know the thing never turn out good enough, but you see, if you go take key out of car right there, so I am telling you, listen to me as a man. You would have committed an emasculating act. You would have taken the initiative from me. You would have taken charge of the situation. You would have essentially established options that you would be the one who have established options right there. As a man, me I tell you, say, if me and my mother have something and thing and something like that or whatever, and you are my wife, and thing and me I struggle with my mother to do it, and you just take all of the initiative from me and just take the key out of the car and basically reduce all certain options right there, so because you say so. Me wouldn't like you for that. Because you in turn would not respect me as a man.
Okay. Remember me tell you can now move if you will not move.
I mean, no, this is going to sound cool, you know, because me and one of them must say, no, man, if you know if you put him mother in her place when she got too far and defend him woman or him wife. But, hold on, but if you did go take key out of car right there, so, you would not be respecting the mother-son relationship either.
That's what she just said. You're only thing me.
You see what you just said? You see what you just said? After me no business about him and she and whatever this and
yeah, them can't stay there because me not go say nothing to him, me not go say nothing to her.
But do you realize you essentially would have just a look out for yourself this or do, right?
Because me would have just take out the key and would have just make them stay and argue. So when she box him, I would not be involved with that.
That's why me and you couldn't there. That's why me and you couldn't there. With a problem. Me and you can't start out and go to party. Me and you can't start out and go to party, but we can't there.
Well, you're lucky. And another thing to Raga, the twist that I am coming with now.
Quick, come here. Bring in some other call. Hear them across me.
On the flip side, now when she backs him,
yeah.
You know, me need to go hold it. God, no, me need to go hold it.
You need to go hold it? What, you the box back your mother?
No matter how I love you, you need to understand it, please. Because that is the meaning to a child. And you need to look at it.
No. I want to hear you say explicitly what you're saying. Are you saying if are you in a position, you'd box back your mother?
Me need to go hold it, Raga.
No, you keep on a skirt. Just say what you're saying. You'd box back your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to teach her lesson.
Just to teach back her lesson.
I apologize after, you know. But more than just teach her lessons and listen.
Shut her back.
That is how I felt.
All right.
That is how I felt.
No vex. Let me take some other call here.
All
right. Blessings, man. Controversial indeed. Here we go. Good night. Give me that call, President. Give me a call. Hello.
You.
Yes, hello.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raga.
Yeah.
Top of the night, sir.
Greetings.
Yeah. Hear me now. You have big educated youth. But we are going to teach Goody something tonight. Goody. You OD the thing a while ago.
The caller, just know, the caller a while ago, OD?
Yeah, the young lady there, yeah.
Yeah, how she OD the thing?
No, you never, you a box the lady.
No, she said, yeah, if she in a film position, she said she a box back her mother.
No, brother. Don't do that, Goody. And the thing when you see her take out the key out of the vehicle,
yeah.
Right, it's a Goody I open a can of worm.
Exactly. What do you think she... explain what she want me right there, sir. Explain. What you think she want me right? What wrong with her take out the key? What you think?
Take out the key out of the ignition and walk away with it. You don't get your fiancé. Miserable.
Husband.
Meanwhile, mama on the son case again.
Yeah.
So, you know, right, so you have spilled milk. And when you check it out, what will happen after? And she caused it. Because she shouldn't take out the key.
She shouldn't take out the
But
key.
you decide, yeah, she shouldn't take out the key.
Me wouldn't like that either. I would be very upset with that if she go take out the key and thing and whatever, you know.
And to all respect, due respect to all the mothers out there. There's some mother-in-law need to know them corner, them need to know themselves.
Okay.
You can't run your son life. Your son see a female and choose her as him wife. Virgin, you can't run your son life. Never you do that, mama.
Okay.
Because you see the girl come out of the vehicle, you know so she must went in at the front seat with your son.
Right.
And she just step out for a minute. And you just go and jam your bottom in at the front. Yeah, I'm a boy, I care, so. In time, sit down there, so.
No, she don't even move her from the seat. She stand up right there beside the seat where she did a sit up and just a lick off her slippers and thing or whatever. You know, so.
Hey, you see, some mother line, Raga. Beat her better. You think them nice? So,
hold on. But tell me something though. So, if the caller before say, oh, and if it was my father, I would have boxed him back too. Would you agree with that?
Well, Raga.
No. You talk up brave and rule, but you're very forthright about wrong and right. But may I ask you, so if it was your old man and thing, you'd have boxed him back? If your old man...
No, me not believe so.
You're not boxing?
touch none of them.
You're not... Oh, man and father, you're not...
If mama box me, you know what me I go do now? You see that same thing with the wife and the mother?
Yeah.
Me as a son, me take disrespect, with her,
Yeah.
And you send me drop off wife here home.
Yeah.
I rally back, I have a serious discussion with her,
With the mother, okay. Okay.
Yeah, me not go this her in front of my wife. Me not go do that. Me make something face and grumble and ray. But me not go certain place with her.
Okay.
Yeah, wait till me drop off wifey.
Yeah.
Rally back.
See.
I must tell her my mind.
See.
Even me do, yeah, man make you know what she about me. But I'm a big man now. So you need to know your place.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And me not go sit down to see disrespect my wife. And I'm not gonna sit down to and see and my wife disrespect you.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly. Yeah, man up. Yeah.
I mean, now I got this my wife in front of my mother either.
Exactly.
Now we till me drop off, mommy, and both of us in the car driving.
See it there.
We stop and buy a drink.
Yeah.
And we are driving, and we are,
People, listen and learn. Listen what the general has said, because we think you're on point.
Yeah, listen to Gillian.
Yeah.
Gillian, I'm a G, man.
That's the word, man.
I just say the Raga. Hey, Raga. The place already,
Yeah, quick. Yeah, come let me take another call. Yeah, quick, yeah.
And catch my brother-in-law wife and his mother chat my brother, Yeah. But yes, Raga, you know what I do? Lock me ears in the pops. Don't get involved in a foul fight.
Okay.
I catch, me go catch.
Okay.
So me no hear, bro.
Okay.
Don't spill no milk and,
Yeah,
I
okay.
just say go, brother, but we don't have to teach,
It goes some man. Respect and blessings.
So bless up. Yeah, man, a flower, man. Flower check-in.
It goes some man. All right, man. Protection.
Yeah.
Cool. Real quickly before we take our next call, hear that email that was sent to me. Raga, the situation is wrong on all sides. The mother wrong for keeping up her antics, but the daughter-in-law and son just as wrong. Imagine, the mother-in-law don't like you, but you have to come out a car and stretch out and a palav in front of the lady gate. Then putting your husband in a tough situation for him to eventually diss his mom. And what a way him bright. Box him, yes? I agree with Mr. Never Wrong Door. Not much else to do in a situation like that. Just don't drive them together. I hear what the emailer said, but I disagree. Because one, the wife never come out in a car and a stretch out and a palav. The woman just step out of the car and knock her slippers and clean, and knock her slippers, whatever they dip on the slippers on the door, car door. And even if she didn't want to come out and stretch and whatever, and thing and whatever, You're out of the email or you're out of that. If the wife wants to step out and stretch out the car, she must can step out and stretch out of the car if she want. Even if you park in front of the gate. Right, stepping out and stretch is not no, I don't know, drop wood, I know she, and I don't know, she not disrespect. If she want to stretch, she stretch out of. And then I go blame the wife about putting your husband in a tough situation when you have to diss him mother. People say the wife never put the husband in a no tough situation. It's the mother put the husband in a tough situation. And like how you send the email right here now, you sound like trouble, you know. You sound like trouble, you know. Let me see how who send the email. Oh, it's a regular long time listener. Yes, man, I look at troublemaker, yeah. Me know she, I don't know she listen me. I don't know she listen me. You sound like trouble, you know, because some of them sitting there where you're writing and this are sitting there and be a fart. And what are we in bright? Box him, yes. Well, I don't agree with violence and whatever, but there is something for us to wonder, like, is it okay for, I mean, I don't know, if he mother disrespect him wife, so and him not answer back, or if him answer back, does that mean him have to disrespect him mother about she and fear husband and father? I don't know. Probably that's a little bit too much. Want to remind the people listening in New York right now that we actually go till 1 o'clock here in the U.S., but the next hour coming up until next week when the time changed. Well, next week, Friday, the time now going to change till the Sunday, so we're going to do the same thing next week, Friday. But for the next hour of the show coming up, you will not be hearing it on 93.5 here, IrieJam Radio in New York. So if you want to continue listening to the show for the upcoming hour, final hour, you'd have to go to thebridge99fm.com. That's thebridge99fm.com. Or you could go on IrieJam 360 online on Facebook, IrieJam 360 online, and or the IrieJam 360 app, okay? But I think the easiest way is on thebridge99fm.com, right, Prezi? Or there's an app called thebridge99fm.com, okay? So, again, if you want to listen to the next hour coming up, if you're listening on the radio here in New York City, and you want to listen the final hour coming up, I want to remind you, the show going to cut off at midnight here, and you can listen to the next hour on the Bridge 99 FM app, or you can listen at thebridge99fm.com. All right, give me the call up, President. Give me the call up. Yeah. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night.
Yes, good night.
Yeah, new caller. Yeah, I was just listening to the show, and I feel like the situation should not escalate to where, the mom's supposed to act that way in front of the wife. Because I feel like the mom should understand that, this is my son, this is my wife. You have to respect my wife, and it go both ways for the wife also. But I don't blame the wife because I feel like she did not do nothing. The mom should understand, okay, she came here in the front of the car. She's going to be in the car. And the mom should understand, I'm the mom. I love my son, but it's two different love from the mom and the son.
Right.
So she don't need to be acting that way. And and what the son should do, I feel like he should have a conversation with the mom and let her know that this is my wife. This is who I'm married to. This is who I love. So you have to respect her and love her for her if you love me as a son.
Okay, well, hold on. To be fair to the son, he has had those conversations with the mother before on more than one occasion, but the mother has not changed. And according to him, when these matters come up, the mother always are going like she not do nothing. But he has a...
Well, in that case, I feel like the son...
Yeah, go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
But I was going to say, in that case, since the son see that he's not getting nowhere with his mom, respecting his wife, they should not be around each other.
Right back to Mr. Never Wrong point. That's why Mr. Never Wrong, is on point there. When him say, boy, they should him shouldn't have them together.
Yeah. He shouldn't. But he see at the end of the day, it is wife and his mom, and he loves both women.
Right,
but
right.
I'm a mom, and I have a son, and I feel like we gotta let our son go. But however, we don't always think this the right female for her son, because that's what mom do that I could see. But at the end of the day, her son love who he love, and it should just remain that way. And she should love him for whoever he loves and just respect his wife.
Indeed. Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. But I'm curious though. Do you think that there was a way the matter could have been resolved from either the wife or the mother?
Yes, I think it could.
Well, and specifically, do you think one of them should have just go in at the back seat? And if so, which one?
Actually, I think the mom should go in the back seat.
Okay.
Because the mom that picked up, the wife was already there. So I feel like the mom should go in the back seat. And I mean, I feel like if the mom did say to the wife, "Excuse me, can I ride in the front of with my son?" I don't think it should be a problem. And
No, I don't think the wife would have a problem with that, right? I don't think the wife would have a problem.
But it's the way the mom go about it. Because
exactly.
she was standing in front of the car, like she pretty much in there. So she pretty much almost pushed her out of the way. So that's totally disrespectful.
Right. Well, she never push her, but she kind of maneuver around her deliberately, you know, and go in at the front seat. And she, because the wife was standing right at the seat.
That's my understanding. So I feel like, you know, it should not happen.
Right.
But you know, like I said, a mom feel like they own their son, because you know, a mom just don't feel like they should let their son go to any female. They feel like they want to pick the female for their son, and that's not always going to be.
What you say? So that is a thing out there with mothers, you know, with their son especially.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, I think so, because I see it a lot of times, and I have a son too.
Right.
But however, I'm gonna love whoever he love. I'm not gonna try to be that mother, because I see it happen. Like, you know, the older generation do that. I'm a younger generation, so I wouldn't do that.
Right.
But I see it happen from the older generation, where you know they don't like the daughter-in-law, so you shouldn't marry her. You shouldn't be with her. Don't have kids. Don't want to see the grandkids. So that's just always.
Well, but help me to understand this, Auntie. As a woman, from what you have heard other women talk about, possibly, or what you have observed, why is it that this issue, unwarranted excessive parental involvement in their children's affair, why is it that it is not as strong, not only with father and daughter or father and son, but it is not even as strong with mother and daughter? Why is it not as strong? Why? What's going on there?
I'm gonna give you my opinion. I feel like, you know, when you have a son, it's a different band with a son to let him go to an ex-female.
But why, you know, why this is not as strong with the mother who have a daughter, with the daughter?
Because when you let your daughter go, you're gonna let your daughter go with a man. And you see, the thing is, the father is the one have that feeling for his daughter, and the mom have that feeling for her son.
Yes, but I'm saying that even fathers who, you know, that is little girl and that might be, and I'll kill for her. You know, in society, we don't have that equal problem with fathers thinking that they need to be as involved in their daughters' affairs in such a possessive way. We don't have that from the fathers. And yeah, fathers who love their daughters and we kill for them, but them just don't get involved and inappropriately, you know, intrusive them way. So what is this thing with mothers and sons?
If you think about it, we're the one that bring them in our home for 9 months. We have a band from inside.
Yes, but you have that also with your daughter. You have that also with your daughter.
But you're talking about two different sex.
Why? Yeah, two different sex, but why?
Because I feel like you always feel like your son always need you as a mom. And your daughter, when she grew up, she married, she already have a man that's gonna take care of her. When your son have a we don't know if that wife going to be the one to take care of her like your mom do.
Yeah, but what is interesting about that though is if you really look, well, I guess you can make a case there, but it is equally important though for the daughters, because I don't need to tell it how many daughters get ill-treated in relationships by the men that they're with. I don't even need to make that case to you, right? You know, so
No, you don't.
right. So I'm not so sure I would agree with you there, you know.
But you know, if you look on both on the daughter side, I mean, the mom is the one that needs to be there for her daughter, for her not to be ill-treated, you know. And a mother is always a role model for their kids. So if that mom is there for her daughter, she probably wouldn't be in that situation. She will teach her and let her know this is how it's going to be.
Oh.
So, but
all right,
so
all right.
She will not be that ill-treated.
All right, blessing.
So you're pretty much blaming the parents for that part.
Okay. All right, then blessings and respect here.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Have a blessed night.
Yeah, man, and thank you so much for your valid input. Okay, blessing.
You're welcome.
I said Nakita post online. She said, Raga, these mothers are living their lives through their sons. They're getting treated the way they wanted or didn't by men who they have been with. Ooh, that's controversial. Okay, to the phone lines we go. If you're calling from Jamaica, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. Good night, caller. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yes, hello, good night.
Wow, weird, man.
Not much. The other night, me hear you talking about the situation up by Oberlin High School.
Yes.
And I am really
real quickly before you go, because I forgot and thing and people they drama about it. People, Alien Too Cute had called in and said that this is a regular thing, what happening or whatever up at Oberlin. And several of you contacted me since then and said that she was confusing Oberlin High School with Homewood High School, right? And so in terms of who always are win champs and accident and picnic are dead and them something like that is Homewood High School, them say. So Elaine Too Cute was confusing Oberlin High School where this incident happened with Homewood High School. Yes, go on, Brittany.
Yeah. Well, I am a student of Oberlin High School.
Oh, you were?
And I am, yes. I remember that I lived in Stony Hill.
Okay.
And, yeah. And I am very saddened by what's happening up here.
Mm-hmm.
And the school is all over the globe. But you know, I heard people saying that they should move this school and all of that. But moving the school and not having prayer to consecrate the place and pray over it and stuff. The demons will follow the people them anywhere they go.
Wait, say that again. How that go?
I said not consecrating the place and pray over it. Just moving like that. The demon them not go follow the people them go anywhere them go.
Okay, so you ask the people them who are suggested. But before we even reach this, we said the demon would have followed them. What is the reason for the recommendations to move the school? What is the reason? What they must say why the school for move?
Because people are saying dopey up at the school. Or even this morning, me hear a gentleman I say dopey up at the school.
Why them think dopey up? Why them think dopey there at the school?
Well, me hear people are say when I was going there, this has never happened. Never hear about that. My sister, a student there, she never hear about that either. But me hear people say this school make pan grave and this and that and that and that and that and that. But I don't know how true that is.
Well,
but prior change everything.
But you know that you old enough to know that we have this thing in Jamaica, right? That you're not supposed to do certain things on the land of the deceased and cemeteries and them something there because you are interfere with the dead and that the dead will come back and trouble you. But to be honest with you, when I listen to those things, have you ever heard people talk about say something happen and good duppy do something good. You ever hear duppy, good duppy do something good? You ever hear anything like that?
No.
No. Why is it that when people talk about duppy, and when they talk about duppy, they talk about people who were, alive. So when I say, should it not be the case, then that give it that in life, you have good people and you have bad people. So if when the people then pass and then become duppy, should we not have good duppy and bad duppy? Why every time something come about spirits and disease, it have to be something bad and terrible and awful? I think some of the duppy them might get bad name out there. I think that people are not giving the good duppy them credit and thing and whatever. They're not recognizing good duppy, and something needs to be done about that, because everybody give all this attention to bad duppy, or they are wrongfully accusing the good duppy. Because one of the arguments I make is that, okay, let's assume the kids got in spirit, which I have an issue with what the teacher them doing at the first. Come let me just be them have to be careful or them a keep church and a getting a spirit in a school and a communicate them type of emotions there to the children them. That is not for school, which is different from keeping devotion, getting the kids grounded in some, some sort of, giving thanks and so forth, which is what enough we grew up with. When we go to school, we never have a problem with picking and getting a spirit of devotion and breathing. Am I wrong or am I right?
True, man.
Right, because the people them keep devotion and devotion nice, and we sing with him them and thing and whatever, and we go with class them and thing like that, but them never go too far with it and turn it in a church and whatever. So me have a problem with that. But when me I say, Brittany, you never in a church yet. I see people getting a spirit and enough people they are grown and thing and pastor touch them and them drop on them something there. And it's a good thing, don't it?
Yes.
Why people assume say it has to be demon? Why it have to be? Me I hear some people have beat the teacher and say she bring down demon. Why people assume these negative things? Because that is when the thing spread, that everybody saying, because me post it deliberately for provoke and see what the people are going to say. Because when me post it, I say, them say, demon I take over the pit of them. I love to see what people are writing. Why people love to assume the negative in these things when them don't understand something, it have to be bad, Brittany? Why go on this?
No. But people always assume that the demons and dopey are coming to you. But for true, because even when people dead, sometimes, because my mother, when my father did, she did free die. And she get some people come here for at home. Because she said she don't want to see him and she don't want to hear him.
So when your father did dead, your mother was afraid and thing because of what?
Mm-hmm.
Because of what?
Yeah, she afraid because she always hear say sometimes the man then come back.
Them come back and thing.
Yes. So she went down by the funeral home and she did what they said she must do.
Which is what? You remember what she do?
Yes.
No, man. So you have to go tell me.
Well,
I know what some of those things are, but I just want you to share with us, Yeah.
Well, she went down there and she take off some of her pubic hair.
Right. And then what you do with it?
Took it down there. And she said that she wrap it on his finger.
Wrap it up and put it where?
Yes. And wrap it around his finger.
The pubic hair around his finger?
Around, yes, around my father's finger.
Well, you see, you teach me something right there, because I know about the pubic hair, but I know if it have to either wrap in a kerchief a certain way or a tissue in a certain way. It have to put in a hand. Some people put it in a pants and thing and whatever in the pocket, or some people even put it in a brief. I have never heard about the hair wrap around the finger, You see what I tell you? Me never hear that one there before. So she wrap her pubic hair around her father's finger. Okay. And she didn't do anything else? Anything else with anything red or her underwear?
Yes, well, she wear red. She wear red panty.
Right.
And she tie a tape measure around her waist.
Around her waist.
Tape measure for a good little while.
Okay. Did she give him any panty to bury with?
No, she never give him any panty to bury with.
And for those of you who...
She tell him, say what? Say she done with him.
Okay, so she have
done
to,
with him and she don't want to see him and she don't want to hear him.
oh, so she have to tell him that too. So she tell him that in his deceased state, in
Yeah,
past
yeah,
and whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
she
yeah,
talk to him and
yes,
tell him that
yes,
she done with him and him nothing. Okay.
yes.
And for
She
those of
want
you
to
who
see my
do
head.
not understand this, what Brittany is explaining here, believe it or not, well, I know it, well, I'm assuming it was stronger then and it is less so now, but I know it still exists because I still know Jamaicans who do it. Them do it up here too in a Brittany. And it is, these are things that people do, they believe and do, but it's not something that is announced. Nobody them not really make people know when them do it because it's not something to make people know say I do it. But what you hear Brittany just explained is these rituals that have been practiced by thousands and thousands of Jamaicans over the years. And the idea is that you have to do these things in order to send off the deceased. Because if you don't, the person going to steer and try to live the same life with you that, you know, they lived while they were alive. And that is going to cause problems on you. So a great many Jamaicans do these things, you know, to send them off so that them don't steer. And some of these things, they have to be done, well, some people say them have to do before the third day, which I don't think is any coincidence. The Bible said Jesus raised upon the third day. And some people say it can be done between the third and the ninth day, which ties into what you hear Jamaicans say when somebody dead. We have 9 nights. It's really 9th night. And the idea is that when somebody dies, they rise on the third day, and then for 6 days, they might go in at the mix, but you need to engage in these rituals so that they can leave by the 9th night. So that is what you hear Brittany just explain. But Brittany, you know, one of the things that has always boggled my mind, you know that we don't have as many rituals or concern or whatever, you know, when a wife dies, you know, or the man, woman die, you know, and the man must do this. Why is that?
No, because my father died first, and she did all of that.
Right.
And
but you ever know a man when his wife died and him do some equal do some things where him that's kind of wash? You ever know of anything like that?
Yeah, man, him wear red brief to man.
Man wear red brief to when them wife dead?
Yes.
You know, some never really hear that yet.
Yeah, man wear red brief.
Them do the same thing when them pubic hair. Them do them same
thing.
Them do the same.
Not to the pubic hair.
Oh,
but to the brief.
With the brief, then we a red brief. We got, you know, Jamaica.
Yes, and
red
put pepper in them food.
And do and
put the pepper in them food. That's the person don't come and go in the pot.
When I was younger and thing and people as a child, and we have relatives who died and whatever. The thing was, we as kids were not allowed to eat white rice, you know. Sub red after in the rice. So if a rice and peas were good, you know, but if a white rice, ketchup after in it, you know. Yeah, them I said, no man, because the duppy will come near with you. You understand? People don't even understand how the things serious and deep when it comes to certain cultural things. But go on, Tam, I cut you, you know. Go on, Tam, what you did?
Yeah, man. So she put pepper in the white rice, cause she put pepper in the white rice. And she bury him without socks.
And she bury him without socks?
Without shoes.
She bury him without shoes?
Sorry. Yeah, she bury him without shoes.
Why?
Because they say when time they put on shoes, they will come back and step now them shoes. When they not have no shoes, no, they not go walk. So come, because they fear something to them.
Brittany, my make me joke off I cheer that. Listen to me, I teach you that. But back to your school, though. What you think should happen? Okay, first of all, do you think that I was talking to a gentleman about it, and him say, you're probably here, you know. Yeah, you know, I think it was Wednesday, and he must say, nah, man, right, I know the way the earth I run, we need church and God up in the school and thing and whatever. So he must say him fully support that. I am of the opinion that my best estimate of this thing is that this woman who asks who the principal say have the anointing. I don't know if you hear the reports down there, right? I don't know if you hear it, right?
Yeah, man. Me see it.
And
Me
it's
see it on the
so right.
internet.
So the principal said the woman say basically she get a message from God for send to the student. Yeah, they must say some other call. We soon come. For give to the students. And the principal say, yeah, but you have the anointing. So the principal allow her to do it. And whatever message he's sending a Brittany, that get the student them riled up, you know. So I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but it sounds to me like, you know, the term, she have the anointing, message to the student, whatever she said to the student, it then get in a spirit and thing or whatever. What do you think about them doing that in school? You think that was appropriate for them to do that in school?
So the lady get a message and she come and talk to them?
Yeah, but basically preach. So she get message from God for the student, them and the principal, a special message, and she go to the principal and say, I am paraphrasing. I say sorry, but she, the woman, is a teacher. Say she get some special message for go get to the student, and she want to do it in a divorce, and apparently ask the principal permission. Again, me never did that, you know. Some get it, some dash it.
Yeah.
And the principal say, the principal didn't know, say this woman have the anointing. In other words, the principal has said, this woman, she know the principal as having some sort of special spiritual gift directly from God. So she has said for the woman ask her that. I am paraphrasing. She basically saying it had to have been illegitimate. So the principal give her permission for go do it. And whatever she go do in terms of a message, she said God tell her if you go tell this body and whatever. That is what make this still whatever she do. I don't know what it is, you know, but whatever she do, that is what triggered the whole thing and whatever, where you had hundreds of students feeling that they're possessed and all these things, and then all the rest of the school body are sitting and get traumatized, and then the whole world now I say a demon take over the pit of them and whatever. What I'm saying, it started from the teacher and the principal. What you think about that?
Well, I think the demons were there already.
Oh,
I think the demons were there? Yes, I think they were there already.
Oh.
And just hearing the message according to what she said. It just triggered them off. They were there already.
So they trigger off a demon them?
Yeah.
Oh, so this had nothing to do with
it.
You don't think it have anything to do with the principal or the teacher, because the demon them did there already?
Yeah, them did that already. Then me not see pastor a cast out demon out of people and the demon attack. Like real man.
Oh.
And I said, me no come out. I'll mark here too.
So hold on. So you think that school is it have a demon problem before?
Yeah, man, they had a demon problem before. I think so.
Why you think so? Why you think so? Yes, Kevin.
Some people have to be careful, you know. I'm not saying this is so, but I'm just saying what I think.
Okay.
I think sometimes, you know, people have to be careful, you know, when they're building what they're doing, you know, because some people cut off chicken head, sprinkle chicken blood, sprinkle goat blood, and all them something, and that give way for demons and those things.
Well, 6 or 1/2 dozen of the other. Believe it or not, the people them who do them something when them a build somewhere and whatever. The idea what them are doing is that them have to make some sacrifice in order not to make the place get condemned and not to bring down crosses and whatever. That is their way of blessing the bit. I'm going to take some other call now here. But what I'm saying, the people them who do them something there, you know, the reason why them do it is that them claims that them are bless the place. For ease off demon, you know. So and then you are say, no, but them very same activities that attract demon. But the reason why them are doing it is themselves is to keep off demon. Interesting. Anyway, thanks for your input again. Yeah?
All right, yeah, man.
Cool.
All right, yeah.
All right, Kevin, bring in the call. What you asking? Hello.
No, close, Raga.
Yeah, man, the people them say that the people them beat me about you, you know. Them say
Raga, me come off of the line, somebody text me and say me I mix up the school them.
They whop you up, man. Me say all we mean a man at none things some people can. Yo, Raga, well, Ilian too cute to tell us she mix up, you know, Oberlin with Uomo, you see me? And whatever, them on it to you see, man.
And I really mix up. I just mix up the school them, but then I mix up.
No, that means say you're confused. The mix up mean confused. That means say you're confused the school. That is what they mean.
Okay.
Right.
But then I no mix up. So people no stick me. Me just mix up the two school them.
Right.
I'm not lucky. Oh no, man. Oh no.
Aliens, but that Jamaicans up there on the aliens, unlucky.
Lucky.
Oh no, man. Oh no. So I go out.
You see, Dana mannequin, what she want here?
Yeah, Dana mannequin, yeah.
Yeah, and she did not take Robert credit and I call man come look for her every August.
What? Oh, that go what?
And she did not take Robert credit and I call man of foreign who come look for her every August.
Robert credit? No, me not think of she, you know, no.
I never she.
Well, me not think so. Remember, said Dania mannequin, she had listened for a while, but she just start calling, you know.
Oh, I think I did. She used to take Robert credit. Anyway, she not have no sense.
No, man, I know she used to take Robert. So what you say? She not have no sense?
She not have no sense because she take out the key there, so.
Right.
And she had disrespect her husband.
Thank you. Explain how. That is disrespect.
Not even the wife, not even the mother, she had disrespect. And the husband, she not have no respect for the husband to take out the key there, so.
No, but explain. Why is it disrespectful? I agree with you, but why is it disrespectful? Why?
Before me take out the key, Raga, as a wife, me would just go around at the back. 10. You understand me?
Before you even go, if you feel so, I should have just take out the key. I go say, you know what, let me just slow it here. I'm going to just go in at the back seat.
Let me low it and go around at the back seat.
But why you wouldn't take out the key though? Why it would be disrespectful to the husband? Explain that. Break that down.
Me just want to take out the key, Raga. All if I my car, me want to take out the key.
No, but what I mean is, what would it do to the husband? You know, if the woman take out the key at that point, how it would have make the husband look like? Why it would be disrespectful?
It would have looked like a she run things.
Achoo.
You understand me? And even if I me run things, me on a go road with it.
See, achoo.
Me keep my run things in the house.
See there?
Me not this my man out a road all when I me run things.
Let me tell you something, man. What people don't understand, one time, I always tell a story. I have some foreigner go down to Jamaica, do research on the family and whatever. And when they done, cut long story short, what if something happen? Them said Jamaica is a male-dominated society, and it's an instrument of the patriarchy, and the women are powerless in this and that, and them go on and them translate them findings and things and whatever. So when the woman them who them work with ear go and the woman them say, no, you know what's going to miss it? No, man, none of me, you never understand what I go on. They need to come back. So when they come back now and thing and whatever, what the woman I explain to them is the same. We love when our men are in charge. And we love when them run things and take charge and thing. We love when them are the king of the house. And thing and whatever, and show that responsibility there and protect the family and provide for the family. She said, yeah, we love that. And we relate to them that way. But when it comes to certain things, we run it. But again, I say, I agree, I just tell you what them say. Them say, Man need them something there. The bossy term for it would be affirmation. Men need to be affirmed, right? So what the woman them say, we don't really need that as much, you know. It's just a man thing. Them need that, so we give them that. What we need is security. Again, them never say security, you know, but them just say, when them explain it, what the man supposed to do and take care and whatever, it redounds to security. And this was the example where them use. If the pitney them come and say, them want to go for an outing or something like so, what the mother them do? When your father come, ask him.
Come, ask him.
Well, I know, but then somebody will look on that and say, boy, she make the man run the thing and she in a servitude and whatever. But what the woman them say, when the pitney them ask the father, you know what the father do? Him go back and ask him mother, you know, the pitney them want to go out and what you think, and the mother say, yeah man, send them. Them are going good for what they And then him go back now and go play a king. Yes, when they can't go outing. So him get the affirmation from him wife, from him woman, say him a king of the thing. But it's really the woman that run the thing, you know.
Yeah, but you not sure it to the pitney them.
Ah, sure.
And she not carry it out a road go show people.
But why? But why if a woman a listen and I say, I foolishly she attack because the pitney them need to see the mother in that management role there and thing. It no matter if the man, or even if the mother or the father do it or whatever. Why if somebody said that to you? What you that say?
And the pitney them if man is not my man.
Okay.
That me I say, and Raga, let me tell you something, you see? Me just have to put my sister in the man position. My sister drive and her husband drive, right? And if my sister and me and my mother soul rest in peace, if my sister and her husband and my mother go, you know, so my mother hold the back seat.
Not a problem, don't it? Okay, car respect.
All if my sister drive, husband and wife, you know, stay up on the front seat. Me will run at the back. Rather my son come for me and he come down here with his girlfriend or whatever. And them I say, Mommy, because they love me, no, Mommy go on the front. And they say, no, me a palaver on the back. I show up a driving me again.
But Tokyo, let me show you a thing. Me up here, you know, because me come with the Connecticut first. I'm with the Connecticut and me and one of my brethren go pick up him girlfriend, you know. And soon as we reach and the girlfriend I come out, you know, me get up, you know, and I go, him say, what are you doing? I say, me I go in the back seat. He say, you don't have to do that. I say,
exactly.
No, I say, no, you make you go in there. It doesn't matter. And for me, it was just automatic. Me I go in the back seat because you make your girl drive beside you. You know me I say, but you know, some people I said this whole thing about driving at the front seat is damn foolishness and people need to get over
me
it.
not see no problem wrong with that. Some mother and some mother-in-law them are kaba. You understand? As what the lady of parents say, them want run them son life. Them want choose for them son. You can't choose for your children. All you have to tell your children them is be careful.
Zin.
Anybody my child love, me I love them. Any woman who make my child happy, me happy.
See,
you understand what me I say, Raga?
Proper. See,
me not run nobody life.
Some
parents is too out there. Some mother know themselves.
For real. I totally agree.
Them a mother. Love them son and them woman or them son and them wife. What kind of front you want? Going to steer on the back, mother. You see, Raga, if say the son go pick up the mother first and say the mother in the front, you know me I want the back seat.
Exactly. Yeah, wife hold the back seat. Mommy already in the front. Nobody make sure I get her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And the girl just come out and knock off her slipper. She the right at the door and she a squeezing.
Go round, squeeze round, bend round and go round. Yeah. And deliberately I do it. Mommy on the road for make trouble that day, the man.
trouble. She a problem mother just too. She not like the girl.
Yeah, she not like her. She not for now.
You understand me? And then mannequin, she a real mannequin, but she not back the mother.
Yeah, then a mannequin, though.
Then a mannequin have no respect.
She not no respect and thing. And you say she not no sense either, don't.
No sense.
I saw some of them on the road nowadays, you know, them not take no check, you know, them not take no talk for about them no business, you know, you could have been mama or papa or grandmother or whatever, them for them things that them violate, them not restrain themselves, you know. Yeah, that DNA mannequin she.
If my mother box me, me nah box her back. If my father box me, me nah box him back.
You nah box him back, okay.
No, man.
I know, if I choose, me not grow and know no father, I choose me not grow, me not know if I choose me not grow and know no father, make me attack so, but me think me that box back my father, but me don't know, me could have never box my mother.
do that. As what Flower say, me would have let her, me peer, me wife or me husband, and go back at them parents' yard and rough her up.
Yeah.
Me a rough her, me a say, Mommy, don't make that happen again. Don't try that again. Put her in her place. Wicked, loud up on her.
Yeah.
But she knows that me can't
scream. They no eat.
Ranga, you know, we just don't eat.
What that?
One fried fish.
I lie.
And guess who fried?
Who fried? Who fried the fish for you?
Take a guess.
Kevin?
Take a guess.
Kevin fried the fish for you?
Kevin fried the fish.
Lord
and
God.
Then make sure I pick out the bone
nice.
And put it in a one dish.
He pick out the bone for you before him get the fish?
Yes.
Oh, that is so romantic and nice.
And he made the sauce with the onion and the carrot and the pepper. But you know why I eat no pepper? I love pepper, you know. That's why
pepper make people miserable. Pepper. Me are the only person eat pepper and I get miserable. Everybody else who eat enough pepper, they're miserable and short-tempered and thing. Raga is the only person eat enough pepper and don't get miserable. That's why you know why you get miserable and eat it for him, you know?
Okay, that's why I'm not going to eat lollipop.
Okay. All right, okay, we have a go elaborate now. Yes, Raga loves you. All right, big up yourself, man. That's our word, man. Cool. Okay, people are going to take a little break right now. We'll soon forward.
Wow. Yo, this is Baby Shama, you're locked in on the bridge. Can you hear me? This is my story. This is the bridge story. Hey, wow.
Bridging the Caribbean gaps across the globe on social media. We are Facebooking, IGing, TikToking, and Twittering at The Bridge 99 FM.
They're off. The Bridge 99 FM is on track, bringing you horse racing from King's Park this and every Saturday and Sunday.
It's a groundbreaking partnership with Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited
and the Big Bridge 99 FM for gripping sport of King's races to you everywhere.
Simulcasting on IrieJam Radio in New York.
Up to 20 races on Saturdays and Sundays from 11:30 a.m. through 6 p.m.
It's horsepower from your favorite thoroughbreds, head-to-head for victory.
All this plus mad music mixes.
Sometimes some of them are rally back.
Only on Bridge 99 FM to the world.
The future of advertising to the diaspora and Caribbean markets resides only on the Bridge. Get on now. 876-669-5000.
KFC, original, hot and spicy and barbecue.
They call me the original, cut the hard way, no corners cut, to live life the fried way, 11 herbs and spices. I wanna take a bite, I'm just thinking about a whole lot of pies there, yeah.
This is the barbecue and the flavor and the taste, yeah, and we all like the place, yeah.
With KFC, there is no winning flavor. They're all finger-licking good. Order a meal deal or family night bucket today. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Back in the juggling, people. I don't know the levels. From Jamaica, the number is 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. One more time. 876-676-4996. To the phone lines. Go tonight. Hello.
Raga.
Yeah, weird. And what you do up them time of night? What you do up them time of night, Mr. Combs?
I mean, me a big man. Me a 84-year-old. Me a picnic.
Walk one.
All right, listen me now.
Yeah.
Listen me.
Yeah.
Coronation Market. You know Coronation Market?
Oh, yes, man. Yes, I've been there many times.
Did you know that it's a big burying ground?
Oh, I didn't know that. Explain.
All right, Coronation Market is a big burying ground right down to bottom there. And when it starts full up down, then go make pen cemetery. And then bulldoze it down, make market. That's why I little picnic in that country. Me and my sister, my brother used to pigla. They would go a train line, go get strain. And me used to dump him, nearly kill him down there.
Well, I nearly kill who down there?
Enough of them. They have to come out, go sleep and rub up on this and that and Catholic, Roman Catholic priest go there about two weeks straight and walk and sprinkle water and bless you and walk and sprinkle and see they don't tell anybody, say, Mrs. So. The reason why in the Coronation Market, when King George crowned, remember before them crown, there was Prince. So it was Prince George when he changed to King George now. Now the same Britain time they crowned, so then give the coronation after the crowning.
Oh.
You look up you will find it now, look up on it.
Okay.
Somebody look up and tell me. Somebody look up and tell me, and maybe you have good source. Me talk one your mother will just said, oh, I'm not buy that. And about 6 or 7 person text him. I said, Mr. Coons, grandma tell me, great grandma tell me, great grandpa tell me, and the man come back and say, boy, you're right, you know.
Him never come back and say, who never come back and said, was it Dr. Orville Wilbur?
The mother never say, boy.
No, the one for Ada. Was it Dr. Orville? Was it Dr. Orville? Orville? Was it? Never come back and tell you. Huh?
Mr. Mullins.
Oh, Mr. Mullins. What name? Mullins? What his first name?
Clive Mullins.
Oh, Clive Mullins. So him never come back and tell the people them correct him and thing.
They mean I just text the JCM and tomorrow morning when come back and say anything to me.
Him never said
me no fool on them, you know.
Oh, what you no fool on RJ?
Yeah, me call them, but me no interest. Me don't remember point and come off. Me not beg them.
No, all right. Well on, you have to be careful in brush and paint everybody over RJ. There's a lot of wonderful people like Emily and those people.
No, hold on. Me not hold on. Me shield, sit down, me shield. Listen me, me shield.
Nice.
Me shield go by internet and find out everything of me tell her.
Yeah.
So she knows how to like me, I tell her.
Okay. So it's him alone, it's just Mr. Mullins alone, not him alone, right?
Friday birthday, you know.
We're Friday and Friday I come.
Friday gone with Miss Shield's birthday.
Was Emily Shield's birthday?
Friday.
All right, the next time you talk to her, you tell her, say, our friend Ragashanti say, happy belated birthday. Just remember, you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just say, right. Emily and Miss Shields, I talked to Ragashanti one night, and Ragashanti must tell her, happy birthday. Tell her happy belated birthday.
All right. Dopey lick me, you know.
Dopey lick in your head. When dopey lick in your head?
Dopey give me one Saturday night.
Oh, with the backside, yeah, tell me. Dopey backside, hold on, lick your heart. Which two are now with the hand of them foot?
With a most hand of foot or something, right in my brother's house.
Yeah.
All right, listen, my mother did 1974, January.
Yeah.
The funeral of the same week when Sister P win the local election. The day when she have the vote in a go and they choose that when we are building with the vote.
Yeah.
All right, so why Saturday night and night and things so on so good way?
Yeah.
So the Friday night now we don't make the vote and things and maybe make that good sleep and make 2 doses.
Right.
And me go down in my yard to the mattress where you used to sleep and I play bed together.
Well, the mattress where your mother used to sleep and go down for that mattress there.
Yes.
After on the bar for burial. All right, go and talk, yeah?
That's a young and strong. Me don't hope down there. Hope you know. And me get on hope and double and tie. You got me go up about 35, 40 change from the time that you got me brother. When me go now, he let me in my chest now. That's why me know me sit down with. Me can't go up the mattress. I right anyway. Me go by that. Me lean up here. When time come, me two sister, my big sister, and me Sumara when Sumara me. You throw away the final bed and rock about at 12, 1 o'clock. Me feel that me cramp up and somebody lick me to a bad old Lord Jesus, oh, me dead. And my sister grab me and say, what brother, what? And me kind of conk out like, and me say, give me white home, and what problem that full of Canada, and me both one of them, and me wait up me head. And my hold me, say, hold on, and me revive.
But hold on. So what you did feel when the thing connect? Where you feel something knock you, or you just feel tired or what? Or you did feel faintish?
But me lick out, man, me conk out, me think me dead.
Which part of it? You feel something licking on your head?
Top side, my ears can up on my left side.
Top side, your ears can up on the left side?
Yes, go, you know what, question on the crown. And me ball out and my sister jump up the small one.
Now, hold on, which part? Top side, hold on, top side, you what? On the left, top side, your ears can up on the left side. So what you say about the crown? What you say about the crown?
You know what we jump in there, crown so pack we go over, right? I just a cramp up. So, me get up and me over me and me can't survive.
So hold on. Why you think say that was dopey now, the way you feel? Why you think a dopey lick you down this?
They bed when me pull up.
What?
The bed when me pull up down bottom there, the lamp light and the bed spread up, you know.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, so through the bed spread up and put on and that was your mother. So you think say your mother did but licking and you lick it down?
You know what she is?
Oh, so what you say your mother lick it because you go take up her mattress and bring up there, so?
Yeah.
Lord
so
Jesus.
What you want to believe, you say, no, who want to believe, and anyway, the funeral go on the same Sunday.
Yeah.
After Sister P win. And me come and one man you are brother Tambourine, you want me to go down the one day say, Master, him have Christian bar down there, you know. Then him got good for him, but him spinning Christian bar, he say, you're lucky, you know. You shouldn't have to talk to me. But because you and your mother, they love you. Me say, you, I'm not saying nothing to him.
Well, on. So when him do, him spin the crystal ball and say, hey, you're lucky, you know, can you show me there tonight, you know, to your mother love you?
No, not tonight, the day, one day.
The day. So what he must say, him see the thing now, him see the revelation now, what come to him and I tell him, say, you're dead, you did for dead, you know, because your mother did go kill you, you know, but I true, she love you, make the blow away she give you, kill you, don't?
Look to me, want me, you must want me.
The mother did don't want you with the lick down when she get. Don't move her bed again and go take her mattress and thing. So how quick did it take a mattress? Was it 1 day or 2 days after she did or 3 days or what?
The same evening, you have to tell me time. I don't your man about 6:37. But the house lock up, nobody no. So that part of the house when me had the key with that room.
Oh, you know see how I go on. Mr. Combs, hear what I go on now. Hear what me hear, because you always know more about them things than me, you know, but hear what me hear. Me hear say, which part, well, you know this, which part the person did live, you need to change up the furniture before the third day. Because when them rise, you want to confuse them. You need to change up the third furniture so the place looks strange to them. But I also hear that there is certain things that belong to the person and all them, something there. You're not supposed to move them or take them or whatever until after the 9th night. You never hear that yet? Right, so it look like you're going to move it. It look like you're going to move your mattress too quick before your mother did chaddan, Mr. Combs. That's why she backs down your cloth.
Then I'll keep on, me and my sister, Saturday night at 9 night now. We have to sit
No,
down
but you
and
should have
interview
sleep
people.
where you used to sleep before. If she did still alive, you'd have sleep somewhere else without a mattress. You're out your mother dead and you're gonna take up a mattress. You're gonna take up a mattress to see him there. You're lucky she never cap a claw you. Eh?
Raga.
Eh?
You tell me what talk. I told me, you know, so me go over there now, you know. I told me but time.
You take a mattress too quick, man. You take a mattress too quick.
So the bed, the 3 bed full up. So when I know if you sleep, then I say, boy, I'm not making. We don't sleep, and I go for your mattress and put that ground. Put that, we spread in that when I room that ground.
Me know about you touch your mother mattress too quick, man. I make she get bringle and box down your cloth, man. Where you gonna touch your mattress so quick for you? Out there,
I tell you, man, what I say. Me the father, me said, that is that. Well, my wife did it in November 19, 2003. And me carry clothes go to parlor and me spap in her room. And me don't do nothing more. Me don't give no ear, no curtain, nothing.
And what?
My wife did it in 2003. And me carry clothes and everything while me spap.
Right.
And me don't do nothing more. Just get me clothes and man thing. Until now, me sick, but under that kind, me sick of arthritis.
Okay. But your wife never come back and trouble your body?
Why, enough time me say convincing them, me say go and where I go.
Well on, enough time what?
You come and say one thing, you know what I'm about.
Okay, yeah, okay. So your wife come back and want to start out and thing and whatever, and you dream and you tell her, go on.
Go, man. You know, say, go and where I go.
Oh, so she really come back for look at you Kingston?
Believe me, man, me not take no work. But you ever want to know, time ago.
Yeah, time ago, yeah.
Me used to go for EMC, me live on the park, and me used to go for him now back to market.
Yeah.
So, say if we're 5 o'clock, so we used about 5:30, 5:36.
Yeah.
And me dream now, so me go for her and she buy everything that you do.
Yeah.
And put her car back and say, she not go with me now, she go out.
Yeah.
So me jealous now, me say, where you go? Like he say, I go to Raga.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like an Indian man, I go with, right?
Yeah, it's a Raga Indian name too, you know, it's an African name, but Indian name. So she go with Raga and thing, yeah.
Yeah, me say, what time you come back? He say, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Me say, what time you say you come back? 5 o'clock. And Raga, both, the time cash party you play 3 times a day.
Yeah.
In the morning, 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Both 5 o'clock. Then 5 o'clock, number 5 player.
But 5 a thief. 5 a thief. 5 a thief.
19 player.
19 hour. 5 a thief, no.
No, but you man tell me say I come in 5 o'clock. When I go down come at 5 o'clock.
Oh, so what me say, give it that 5 mean thief, don't it? What that did mean?
Yeah, 5 a thief, yeah, 5 a thief and 5 a hurt.
Hurt, okay, and 19 hour.
Indian and silver.
19 hour? 19 hour?
Indian and silver money.
Indian and silver money, okay. And
ear per head.
And ear per head, okay. All right.
Yeah. So me tell you, man, Satan there.
Satan there?
Yeah, man.
But what 19 what 19 mean? What the 19 did mean? What the 19 did mean in terms of your wife? What that did mean?
Then me have to say I go to the Indian man. I say where am I going? I say I go to them. Like in some go to now come at 25 o'clock. So the man is Indian, you know.
Oh, so well, I dream. You did that dream this, right?
Then I dream it. He said make me go for my market, man.
Okay.
And he said buy the market. He said give me put the car.
Right. But what? So what me I say? What you think the dream reveal? Like since she did already dead, what you think the dream did I tell you? Say?
Then I dream me give me buy number 5.
Oh, okay. So you buy number 5 and win?
Me not buy nothing.
Okay.
And the man in 19 player, yeah, at 3 times a day, you have 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 5 o'clock.
Well, them time they 3 draw a day. Today, about 5 draw a day them have now.
6 them have now. 6.
Lord Jesus, 6 cash pot draw a day now, don't it?
Them have about 25 games for the whole day.
Lord Jesus, a big gambling I go on in Jamaica, don't?
Yeah, man, money time.
Money.
This and that and that. Me say money money time every 15 minutes.
Okay, Supreme Ventures I make a whole heap of money and thing down at Jamaica.
A whole heap of money, man.
Boy, life funny. Look how long the people them did a do drop hand, what them call Japan or Jamaica, and them
Japan,
say
yeah.
it's illegal and I take set upon them and know that it's legal and all them something there. Look on the money where I make. But Mr. Combs, big up yourself and thanks again. Glad to hear your voice here.
Yeah,
all right, but remember, I forget Emily the matches for me here.
Yeah, man, definitely, man.
Tell her happy belated birthday for me. Make sure you give her matches.
All right.
All right, Mr. Combs. All right, take care.
Thank you. All right.
People, I just want to say big respect to you and thing and whatever. You know, I like when the show laid back and the people calling and the meds them just juggling. Me like at them vibes I like, you know. You know, necessarily if you kill up yourself and I carry on and all these things and whatever, you know, you're just nice and easy. People. On and off, you go hard for it nice, you know. On and off, you kill up on yourself for it nice, you know. On and off, you go on one bag of antics for it nice. On you can't just take on the time, you know, and bounce it, you know, with some nice, deliberate so and so. And it can nice and sweet. See, sometimes it's even sweeter than when you kill up yourself, you understand, you know. It have layers then with them things there. Sometimes, yo, people, one time, you know, years ago, you know, I get to a local work from N.B., you know. And when we did, you know, someone going to say, Ray, stop, my girl, stop, and go, so, next position, thing, and I'm going to say, Ray, my girl, stop. All right, come on, all right, come on, I say, Mr. Ed, girl, quiet yourself for a thing, you know, I say, yeah, man, Ed, I want me to stop running up and down, man. And we are running up and down. No, true, me no want to get boring, Sato. Yeah, me no want a boring, Sato, but you can't take two juke and you jump and go over there, so two more juke and you jump and go over there. So two more, when we have play stocky, and with the backside there, I just Bill. No, I just think so me try nice up the thing. Me say Bill. Me ain't the one that running up and down. You tired me out and I know we not do nothing good yet. John. Oh God. Let me say, yo. Well, you know, all the people who think that enough is good. Yo, one woman tell me, say, the best side what you have, our man, you know, lick something where curve up. I said, what you mean? She said, me no know, because when I see it and thing, me never did ever do it, and I'm like, oh God, and whatever, but you did nice. And when we do it and thing, me no know, him nearly mad me. I said, what happened? She said, no, it little bit, you know, but it curved up and it just did that hit one spot right there. So listen to me, man. Listen to me. Enemy people take care of themselves. I'm a juggle right here now. I think I don't know where the levels go and whatever. Make sure so on a join, you know, on a join Ragashanti TV over YouTube. Join Ragashanti TV over YouTube. And that's the niceness there and thing and whatever. Big up on yourself, you know. Enough love and blessing. Stay safe. And thing, watching the head back. Nobody careless out to the head back and all these things. Because we see some little juvenile out there move X, you know. Them are real monkey and things. So we just want to know just safe and balance upon the thing and not make nothing to reach, you know. And thing that put yourself in a certain position for certain things reaching. All right? Manners and blessings and thing. Take care of you and yours. Don't afraid of no dopey or no demon and them something. Them can't do no nothing. You understand? I remember the saying, you know. If you water it, it'll go grow. Anything you water, that'll go grow. So if you water negative will go grow. Don't water certain little negative thing. Just water the positive and watch the thing balance up for you. Big up on yourself. Keep on the bathroom clean. Change on the shower curtain when time you get dirty and mucky down at the bottom. Don't keep it too long. Keep on the bathroom clean and all these things. and still do that something they want to sweep up the yard and thing and a dirt yard and make sure to sprinkle the ground first and all them things and whatever. Just remember when Master Raga reminding that the thing them scour the cistern and all these things. I wouldn't want to lice not in a fashion again, but if you still need to lice in your head and thing, you know, just know what to do. Nowadays, you don't have to use Vaseline and cursing oil again. You go to pharmacy and get a little thing and kill off the lice, the thing and whatever. We know what your trigger foot not about again and whatever, but just give thanks and then just be careful on not disrespect God. And remember, God have a sense of humor. God must have a sense of humor. God must have a sense of humor. If you want incontrovertible evidence that God have a sense of humor, that God run joke, God must run joke. Why? He allowed the birth of L.A. Lewis. Good night, people.